The Giving Tree
by Shel Silverstein.
Once there was a tree,
and she loved a little boy.
And the boy loved the tree
very much. And the tree was happy.
This is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
How much older is Gary than 10 years?
12 years.
12. Oh, boy, it's like me and my brother.
He did provide me some of my most eye-opening moments as a youth. We went down this little two-tracker dirt trail. Yeah. And when we got to the back, there was a tree covered in condoms. And he said, "That is our rubber tree."
And then one day, the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy."
Then you guys started playing that game called Nectar Drinker.
You would pick the sweet fruits. They were delectable.
Yeah, pomegranate. They're ripe. That's so absurd. The fact that he might be hearing this right now.
I don't even like fruit. Just kidding. So that's
now we see where your aversion comes from.
I guess so. I guess it makes sense now.
It's time for the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
Rubber Tree.
Good morning. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. It's a best of show. Well, the guys are still on their lengthy vacation. Actually, same amount of vacation time they take every year. Seems like right around this time, everybody gets all fussy and says, "Oh, the guys are taking a month of vacation." No, they're not. Taking 2 weeks, just like they do every year. Coming up later on this hour, on this best of show, we had a visit by the Word Police. Also, a talk with a guy that we've spoken to a few times. We really, really like this guy, Louis C.K. Talk to him in the next segment. But we're going to start off the hour right now with we're just coming back from break, and we had realized that our Wikipedia page had been bastardized pretty well during the break.
I changed my vote. I want to hear Hot Wings read the bastardized Wikipedia page.
I don't know if he can. Some of the best stuff would have to be left out.
I could probably alter it enough.
Easily ruined.
I mean, it's absurd because we had talked about this earlier, how, of course, on Wikipedia, usually things, because it's viewed by enough people, tends to be right, though not always, and almost anybody can change something if they want, so people have gone to our Wikipedia page and moderately augmented a couple of items.
And we also encourage listeners to go and augment any celebrity not that ours is, but actual celebrity Wikipedia pages. But with those, we want them to be slight, so that the goal is other radio shows will interview them, or maybe even TV shows.
Yeah.
And hopefully someday you'll hear that some host said, "So I understand that you've long been a spokesperson for irritable bowel syndrome."
Nope, not me.
Yeah, it's great when it's just one little tidbit thrown in there, because that will usually get overlooked. Ours, however, though some people new to the show may think this is all true and plausible.
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to read some of the history?
Do what you were doing whenever
all right. Here. The Free Beer and Hot Wings Show, syndicated radio show. It is hosted by Greg Freebeer Daniels, Chris Hot Wings Michaels, Eric Jenkum Lover Zane, and producer Joe.
There it is. Of course. Jerks.
It's all accurate so far.
Yep. Daniels, Michaels, and Zane all attended CMU. While there, it used to say roommates. While there, Daniels and Michaels were mates. After graduating, they worked at a local whorehouse, then at a radio show in Omaha. Before moving on, Zanel, your name has been changed to Zanel. Daniels and Michaels worked at bus stations in Knoxville. The show actually began with Daniels and Michaels taking on the original names Big D and the Koosh. Later, they changed their names to Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Yeah.
When Eric Zane got fired from his job at the Parade Arcade, he was hired as the producer, but wasn't able to talk due to the mouth party required for the producer position.
Okay.
After the radio station wanted to fire Hot Wings to cut back on money, they all quit and moved.
This is, maybe you shouldn't read this. It's a bad idea.
The show was originally contracted for 3 years. They renewed it for 2 more. The crew of the show have decided that after the 2-year contract is over, they will join forces with other syndicated radio show Big D and Bubba and start a roller disco team traveling through parts of the U.S., Turkey, and Canada.
That's actually true.
Yeah. Ari Zane joined the show in order to procure some Tang for producer Joe so that he won't have to be involved with Big Black anymore.
Be involved was a nice way to edit that.
Thank you, yes. Eric Zane loves to make his own Jenkum.
Come on, you guys. Seriously. No more Jenkum cracks.
Why do I get the feeling that as Hot Wings is reading, Joe is updating it in the other room?
Eric Zane is the biggest drug-using fruit in the area.
I don't know what's more offensive, fruit or drug-using.
As proof, one need look no further than his getting wasted off Jenkum and passing out at the YMCA showers, only to be awakened with with 4 old men taking shots at him.
Wait a minute.
Zane later proclaimed how much he loved the experience. Stay away from Eric Zane if you can.
Skip to the interns part.
He has party with goth kids. Okay. All right. Okay. Interns. Listed in chronological order.
And make sure you focus on that one part that's going to make Joe uncomfortable.
Is that okay? Great. Okay. Listed in chronological order. No. Shorty Dave, small dwarf pimp that Zane gave mouth party to.
I don't even remember him.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't here.
He must have kept him at his house.
He was hard to see. Monty, or Mounty, as Eric Zane likes to call him in the privacy of their apartment.
Why did I suggest you go to the interns?
I don't know. Travis, honestly does nothing but sit under the desk and take shots, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Jenny also worked at the whorehouse with Michaels and Daniels. Loose Wendy still works the corner weeknights. Enjoys gangbangs with Joe and Jenny.
Oh, no.
Andrew, the well-spoken Cuban. Actually not Cuban at all, just gay and goes to the tanning bed every day. Internet porn Jenny. Actually enjoyed the 2 Girls 1 Cup video. Joe slammed her like a pig for a while.
Oh. Yeah.
A lot of these aren't true.
Except that one.
Kurt Busch resembles NASCAR driver Kurt Busch. Has been there forever and doesn't like to shower, but does like shots on... Well, I can't even say that.
Oh, yeah, sounds real funny.
Let's go back to slam like a pig.
No, let's move on, please.
Little Bitty, very short, originated the name Itty Bitty Stoner Steve. Has his own theme song, Little Bitty by Alan Jackson. Bitty failed on numerous occasions to make it to the radio station to do work for free and didn't complete his internship because he's a stupid idiot.
We didn't write that. Guy was a stupid ass.
He's now working the mop bucket at a certain contest.
Oh, does it involve more bodily fluids?
Yes.
I'm sure it does.
Okay.
Dewey Cox.
Dewey.
Resembles John C. Reilly in his role as Dewey Cox in the movie Walk Hard. Was a chief before wanting... I think that's supposed to say chef, but it's spelled chief.
He was a chief.
Before wanting to get into radio. He is also older than the other interns at the age of 49. The Viagra worked as he is expecting his 8th child.
Ooh.
Bennercrombie Zoolander. According to Zane, he is the most handsome man in America. Looks like an Abercrombie model. He also has a hard time spelling names right or abbreviation of states. When he gets mad, his voice will get very high. It's at that point Zane gives him
Zane what?
Party.
It's at that point what?
Zane gives him mouth party, I believe is what he said.
Yeah. Sorry.
Alex, if you're going to read this, you can't bust up.
Well, some of them are funny because it's true.
Yeah, that's right.
It's fun. What makes it funny is we've wanted to bring it up for a while, but we didn't know how. So the laughing is more a relief of the anxious tension.
It's crazy because everything on Wikipedia is true.
Joe's a mess. Joe's actually doing this.
I'll bet if I refresh this, it's all different.
I bet it is, too.
Oh, boy.
Listen to him.
Oh.
He can't even talk. He thinks it's funny that I give Ben oral.
Hey, Dewey, I bet you could punch Joe in the kidneys and it wouldn't even matter.
No. Dude, punch him. Punch him a good one.
He just socked him right in the arm. Joe is unfazed and is delighted. Oh, boy.
Oh, God.
Can't even see.
Okay, hit refresh and see. I bet you it's totally different now.
Yeah, there are some. Let's see. Going back to the history of us, there is a paragraph added. where it talks.
Is that you've read this, Joe, already, or did you just add it? Or you're already reading it?
I just refreshed.
If you remember, it said when it was talking about Jenkum and Zane passing out in showers and enjoying it. It says, "Stay away from Eric Zane if you can. He has mouth party with goth kids." No matter how much he may argue with this fact, the window licker Eric Zane can't stop loving the Jenkum in his orify. And most likely his entire house is full of Jenkum jars. This turns him on so that he can make happy with producer Joe, because the Pimping Joe site isn't fooling anybody.
That's not funny.
And then it just says Jenkum about 800 times.
He's falling apart. He's cracking up.
Oh, boy.
He's going crazy.
Oh, yeah. So
Joe's biting his thumb and making noises. Oh, this is great.
Yeah. This is. I
am. Well, feel free to keep working on the Wikipedia site until it's perfect.
And, I'm sure there's a few omissions here along the way.
This all started because I mentioned that there were some factual inaccuracies
on Wikipedia
that Joe did not graduate from high school.
Yeah, it's getting closer to right all the time, though.
No, it's not. It's farther away. Mm-hmm. I'm regretting you reading it now. No.
Why? What do you think might happen?
Oh, dude. It's going to be so bad.
Do you think Eric Zane has his own Wikipedia page?
He doesn't.
Not yet.
Yeah, do now.
Not yet.
I guarantee.
There's no link for
They're typing
him
it right now.
Anyone will have time to put something like that together.
Mm-hmm.
Gee, I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, God.
People are pretty busy. We've got a recession going on and all.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was fun. You can keep working on that Wikipedia.
Oh, boy.
Or stop.
You can write anything you want, apparently.
Yeah,
even the truth.
That's weird. I didn't know that.
Thank you to the listeners for bastardizing our Wikipedia page. Feel free to keep doing that on a daily basis. Every now and then we take a look at it and laugh at the hilarious things that you guys come up with. Coming up in the next segment, talk with a guy you may know. His name is Lou.
Back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
We're back on the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. If you go to freebeerandhotwings.com, you click on the audio page, you can listen to just about every interview that we've done in the last 3 years posted up there. And in a lot of cases, the interviews, if we had recorded them beforehand and maybe somebody cursed or maybe there was something that needed to be edited out, we don't take that out if it's on the website. So anything that's up on the website is unedited and up there for you to hear, including this one. We talked to Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. joined us. Of course, his HBO comedy special airing all this month on HBO. You can probably get it on demand if you have that on your cable system. You can check that out. He joined us on the show last week, and we're going to share with you the interview and also a couple minutes of his actual stand-up before the interview here with Louis C.K.
The other kid we have is she's a girl, and she's 4, and she's also a ass. It's true, man. I'm serious. I say that with no remorse. She's a douchebag. She is.
4-year-old girl.
The other day, I'm like, put your shoes on. We're trying to leave. Put your shoes on, please. Put your shoes on. Put your shoes on. How many times can you say that to somebody before you just want to kick them right in the face? Seriously, if you're with a group of people that are trying to go somewhere and you can't go because a member of your party just refuses to put their shoes on, that person is a ass, okay? You don't do that to people. Imagine being with a group, hey, we can't go. Why? Because Bill won't put his shoes on. He just won't put them on. Bill, what's your problem? I don't want to put them on. You! Kids suck. Seriously. The other day, I walk in the kitchen. She's talking to my wife. She says, Mama, I saw a doggy today. And I was like, really? Where did you see a doggy? And she's like, I'm telling Mama, not you. I'm like, hey, you. I'm just asking to be nice anyway. But you think I actually give a about the dog you saw? Like that was going to be an awesome story that you saw a dog. Who gives a I got better stories than you. I have an interesting life. I'm on television. I won an Emmy. You don't ask me what happened to me today, you little bitch.
I think he's great. He's so harsh, but man, is he funny.
Well, and the funny thing is, he's really harsh, but has a calming demeanor about him. You know what I mean? Like he's not he's not yelling like so many comedians that you would see. He's just kind of like he's just talking,
just all he's doing is bitching about his effing kid.
1-800-947-3979. You can email freebeerandhotwings at hotmail.com. We had a chance yesterday afternoon to talk with comedian Lucky Louie. And this is how that works. So, Lucky Louie, how are you?
Good. How are you?
We're very good. First of all, let us start with the new DVD of Lucky Louie. The complete season is available and in stores, and of course you got the TV show going on HBO.
That's right.
The TV show, I should say, the special, of course. Now, Lucky Louie, we all watched it, we all loved it, and rumor is there's not a second season?
Well, it's not rumor, it's fact.
It's a fact.
They're not going to bring it back, but if stranger things have happened, if the DVD sells well, then they could change their minds. I mean, the way it was told to me is that we're not being canceled, they're just not picking up our option.
I don't get it, man. It was frickin' great.
Oh, thanks, guys. I thought so too, and we had good ratings. They went up every week. So
that was what surprised us because we compare it to like where Deadwood they canceled because it had such a high production cost, and obviously Deadwood and Lucky Louie are two different shows. And then Rome we heard no buzz for, and again not a comedy. But then Lucky Louie we hear all kinds of buzz for. Listeners are calling saying, "Hey, you got to watch this" and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And we hear the same thing like you said about the ratings, and then we hear that it's going away. It didn't make any sense.
Well, it's the great thing about working for HBO is that you don't live and die by your ratings, and that's what people complain about working for the networks is that all they care about is ratings and advertising. But then there's the flip side that even though your ratings are good, if they don't feel like doing the show, they just
they're like,
yeah, that's true. And for those, how would Louis?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, but I was just going to say, for someone who didn't see Lucky Louie, it's a little bit hard to describe, but I'm guessing you can do it pretty well for somebody who's looking for checking it out on DVD.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just a very honest portrayal of a family, and it's a performed comedy. That's what sitcoms are to me. We had a live audience there that had no idea what they're going to see, and we just really cut loose with very, frank and honest comedy performed by really
normal.
And really funny performers, and it really just shows the bleakness and the awfulness of having a crappy little daughter and a wife who hates you.
There were some episodes where I'm like, I want to fast forward over the great little actress who played your daughter. I've never wanted to punch a child so much as a couple of them.
Well, that's a testament to what a great performer Kelly Gould is, who played her. It's the idea was to have a little girl who's not cute and who doesn't talk with a cute whittle wisp, and she's just a mean pile of ego and id who doesn't care what she does to other people and only cares about herself. That's a child, and so I think she did an awesome job. Because,
she was fantastic.
Well, you guys let it fly with the language on that show, and it was just so hilarious the way it was portrayed, the family. Did the audience ever come in and not have an idea of what the heck the show was about, or did everybody know going in this is going to be this type of show?
We warned people that they were going to hear all kinds of language, but when you listen to the track on the DVDs, you can hear people. They don't just laugh. Like when you listen to sitcoms, and there's kind of this even ha 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 ha, because it's not a real laugh. They're not really reacting. And it's usually piped in. But you actually hear our audience say stuff like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, which was the same things I was saying in my home to no one in particular. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. You just hear them go, "Oh no," which is what I want people to react like. And to me, as far as the language goes, like some people complain that, because we have a child on the show, that we shouldn't be cursing. But if you were raising a kid and you're married and you don't have a whole lot of money, if you're not cursing, there's something wrong with you. Like,
dude,
how come people with kids aren't allowed to curse? We deserve to curse more than other people who have no responsibilities.
Your house in that show was my house, man. Oh my gosh, that is so real. I mean, anyone who says that they don't let F-bombs fly every day is a effing liar. I said to myself, I would never talk that way in front of my kids. And lo and behold, I don't even bat an eye when someone else swears because I do it all the time.
Yep. Because it's, you're living with real high stakes. Raising a human being and being responsible and being in a marriage that you can't leave because you have a child, that's a huge amount of stress. And, parents should have more license to be more filthy and profane than any other country.
You're damn right, man. Yep. I know I didn't learn any of the swear words I know on the playground. I learned them in the car driving with my dad.
Yeah.
My old man never swore, man.
Oh, boy,
never.
my
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom used to call me a little son of a bitch when I'd get mouthy.
That's because my dad was too drunk. You could never actually understand his spoken words.
Louis C.K. joins us. Check out Lucky Louie. The complete DVD is available in stores now. And then the HBO special, Louis C.K. Shameless. What is it like? Do you ever flip on HBO and see yourself on there? Because it's rerunning a bunch this time and go, damn, I am on HBO and kicking ass. I mean, you've had plenty of opportunities to do that with TV over the years. But is it still cool for you?
It's pretty great, and the special is awesome to me because that's the goal of every comedian is to do an HBO full hour special that's your own thing and have it be on all the time. So yeah, no, I was in a hotel the other day in Indianapolis and I was flipping around and there it was, and it totally freaked me out. I mean, I've been doing this for 22 years and I have been on TV before, but that to me that's even bigger than the sitcom because it's just me doing my thing, and it went great. It's definitely one of the best hours of comedy that I've performed, and it's all new material. So.
It's awesome. I have it. I've watched it and it's still saved on the DVR for rewatches and stuff like that. Also, you can check out LouisCK.com. Now, Louis, when we mentioned earlier in the week that you were going to be coming up on the show, we got a number of people who emailed us this. And you may be completely sick of talking about it, and if that's the case, we'll just pass and move on. But all directing us to the Wikipedia entries about suggestions that some of your earlier material had been stolen by other comics, specifically Dane Cook. And they wanted us to ask about, and most of them wanted us to ask about that because they hate Dane Cook, and they know that we feel the same way.
Yeah, we hate Dane Cook, too, so feel free.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think a lot of what's going on with Dane is just the great American tradition of if you get really big, people are going to enjoy ripping you down. But I think that I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I assume that if I ever get as big as him, that I'm going to take a beating. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'd be a good problem to have, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just that's why people put you up there. It's like, what do you string a piñata up on a tree for except to beat it with a stick? That's the fun of creating celebrities is to destroy them. It's fun, and I totally think it's the Americans' people right to backlash and kill people that they made famous. So I think some of this Dane steals from me stuff is part of that. Like some of it's pretty overblown. If you listen to the tracks that are similar, there can be arguments made that either way.
All right, did he or didn't he? Come on.
Yeah, what is your feeling?
I do know that he has seen me do that material before he recorded it on his CD, and I've heard Dane say that, hey, everybody does similar stuff, and we all have to be laid back about it, which I know is not the way he thinks because he aggressively goes after comedians that he thinks steal from him. He's very bullish about that. He uses lawyers and stuff to attack comedians that he thinks do similar material. So for him to say, "Hey, man, it's all up for grabs," that's not real. So, but as far as whether I feel violated, I got my use out of that material. I've moved on.
Yeah.
I think it's too bad that the guy can't write enough to fill up his.
There you go. Now you're on the right track. Let him have it.
Yeah.
Been waiting for you to bash him.
Yep, you're building.
I think the way Louis is reacting is it's probably pretty accurate. I mean, like you said, when you get into comedy, do you kind of know that if you start doing good stuff, it's going to get stolen? I mean, is there a good comedian who hasn't had something stolen?
Well, it's a really gray area because people do influence each other, and people do hit on the same subjects. The thing is that the public doesn't need to know this because it's just the way it works. But when comedians often hit on, will do very strikingly similar jokes, and when you find out you're doing something like somebody else's, you contact them and you have you hash it out. And you say, I've been doing this, how long, and how long have you been doing yours, and stuff like that.
That makes sense.
Dane has never done that. So, I think that's what you're supposed to do. It does happen all the time.
Joe was passing me notes while you were doing that whole 10-minute diatribe, and he said, tell him to quit dancing and tell him to call him a
I don't personally enjoy Mr. Cook's comedy.
I think Louis has said everything he needs to say. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah, but he hasn't sworn it like we like.
Yeah, I know.
It's just too easy. I mean, without my saying a word, people have destroyed this guy on this thing, and I've had nothing to do with it. I don't really care that the guy stole my stuff if he stole it. So to me, it's
he
like
did.
Well.
Louis C.K. joins us. Different topic. Lucky Louie, of course, the complete season available on DVD.
Okay, Louis, who do you steal from?
Geez, I hope nobody.
Louis, part of what
I steal from my friends. Like, I have people in my family that have said stuff to me and people that aren't comedians, and I just tell them, I'm doing that. I'm making money on that.
Sweet.
So,
Yep. We've had people accuse us of stealing, and then we respond with, yeah, so what's your excuse, dick?
Well, the thing is, and a lot of it is parallel thinking, which you kind of addressed before. Now, Louis, you draw a lot of stuff from your family. And we've always, on this particular show, not that we're comparing what we do to what you do, but there are some similarities in that we share a lot of what happens with our own personal life, and some of it is exactly as it happened, and some of it is parts of what happened. Have you had family members say, dude, why are you airing me out like this?
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Well, my wife and I started couples counseling, and she used that opportunity to tell me that she, for the first time, that she hates when I talk about her on stage.
Oh, no kidding.
So she has a problem with that, and how are you going to respond?
It puts a roof over your head that I on you on stage, and B, be less of a douche, and I won't do it. To me, it's like the day she becomes less hilariously awful, it just won't happen anymore because it won't be, I would love to do jokes about how my wife won't stop me, and then she's just so nice.
Yep, that would be good, wouldn't it?
I'd love to do jokes about how much she admires me and is considerate of my feelings.
But no, until that day comes.
Until that day comes, I'm stuck with, my wife hates me, and has forgotten that is even an option.
Now, Louis, you, of course, like we said, Lucky Louie is available on DVD, and you've got the special on HBO this month, and actually probably going to be for a while. And you're on the road. Is there other stuff and people can check, by the way, your website for details on when you're coming to a town near them. Now, is there other stuff you're working on that we can look for in the future?
Well, the two big things right now are, I'm on the road because I want to do another hour. I just did that hour from scratch. Like, I started back in March of 2006 with no material. And went on the road and built an hour on the road and did it.
Wow!
Now that I know how to do that, I think I can do a 10 times better special. So I'll be all over the road this year with all new material, getting ready for that. Awesome. And then other than that, I'm going to be I'm doing a pilot for HBO right now for I can't really describe the show, but it's like short films and little comedy bits.
Yeah, you don't want to tell any more than that because Dane Cook will take it.
Yeah.
Oh, no. And we're back to that.
Well, it's fun.
I don't want to say it's a sketch show, but it's me presenting little short comedy pieces and things, and it's kind of a mixed bag. So I'm trying that right now for HBO. I don't know if it'll see air or not, but that's what I'm up to right now.
Sweet. Now, Louis, as you tour, maybe not so much these days because of your success, but I'm sure you've had to do a bunch of, when you were appearing at a club, appearances at radio stations on the air first thing in the morning.
Sure.
You have to hate those, don't you?
Well, I used to hate them when I was younger, but you learn that's how you get audiences. Nobody watches TV and like I've been on Conan and Letterman, and you plug a club and nobody cares.
Right.
But if you go on some ass radio show and you can take it over and make it fun for an hour, you're going to fill the club. And if you fill the club, you make more money.
Right.
I want people to come out and see me. So I'm eager to do radio.
I see.
That's refreshing.
Yeah, that is refreshing.
Now, we always like to ask the comics and comedians that come on the show whether they're in studio over the phone, because some shows insist that, I'm sure you've been on shows, Louis, where they say, hey, write out a few questions you want us to ask to set you up, versus one where you just talk kind of like we have been. Do you have a preference?
I like to just talk, but if it's not that kind of show, it's going to be dead air. Like, there's some guys that that's the way they do it.
Yeah.
So I do whatever they want. Yeah. I don't care. Whatever's going to make it entertaining. But yeah, I know that some comedians just think it's like a part of their job, but what the you want people to see you or not? And these radio personalities, have the exact same ratio as every other profession, that some of them are giant ass.
Yeah.
Some of them are very smart people that know what's good for their show and what's good for everybody. So sometimes you run into a guy. It's actually fun for me now because I've been doing this for 22 years and I don't give a about anything.
Yeah.
And my wife hates me and my children are destroying my life, so I can't be upset by other people anymore.
Right.
So when I walk into a guy's studio and he just kind of smirks at me and doesn't help me, then I just do the same thing back to him. And I enjoy, I've gotten in fights with guys on the air, and I don't mind because the thing is, I know that if somebody's on the radio, listening to the radio from their car, and they hear a DJ and a comedian start to tangle
selling tickets.
It's fun. Yeah. So I don't care if you want to go that way.
Oh, man.
Louis, what, over the years, because obviously, like you said you've been doing it for 22 years, starting out, before you've got the HBO special, when you're on the other end of the spectrum, and you're just some ham and egger doing open mic nights, what is the worst gig you ever did, and you thought, what the hell am I doing? Worst setting, maybe, like a fish market or whatever it might be.
You mean a place where I thought that I'd made a huge mistake by getting into this?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or maybe, or just the worst.
Or maybe just a bad venue.
Yeah.
I would say that once I was in a place in Dedham, Massachusetts, with David Cross, who you might know from.
Sure.
Yeah.
And he was on stage, and it was the kind of place where it's a smelly bar with a kind of a dance floor.
Yeah.
And you stand on the dance floor, there's not even any lights.
Just dark.
Oh, no.
It just was so awful, and as I'm watching him on stage, and some huge, smelly guy walks right up to him and bites his ear.
Whoa, what a masshole!
And I thought, wow, this is what I do.
Yeah, backed out.
What a bizarre scenario.
Bit his ear.
Yeah.
That's
fantastic.
my gosh.
I've had a million. There was a guy in Franklin, Mass, who pulled a gun on a guy. The club owner, there was a guy heckling.
Yeah.
So the drunk owner of the Mexican restaurant that we were doing, that was the venue, took a gun out and pointed at the heckler's head. And, all this kind of stuff happens. I had my tires slashed by people who hated my show once.
Oh, no.
Who gets that wound up over it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Crazy.
That is insane.
By the way, is it hard to keep going with your set when the owner pulls a gun on someone? Doesn't that kind of bring the room down?
It does. It's really hard to laugh that off, especially because the whole audience left.
So that happened. I'll just
Louis C.K. Lucky Louie is available on DVD, the complete season 1. It's a great show, and even if there's not another season, which we're still holding out hope that it is, the first one is something you'll watch over and over. Look for Louis C.K. Shameless on HBO this month and in the future, and louisck.com. Louis, please come back on anytime.
I will, thanks, and Dane Cook, he's a...
There it is. There it is. Nicely done.
Thank you, Louis.
You're the man, Lou.
Yeah.
Louis C.K., great guest on the show. Of course, this is the theme song from Lucky Louie.
I just shortened his name.
You did.
Hey,
Thanks, Lou.
That was our talk with Louis C.K. The unedited version of that is available at freebeerandhotwings.com. Click on the audio page and then go to the interviews section and you will find it up there. Come
Check out the show on Facebook and Twitter. Do it at freebeerandhotwings.com.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Freebeerandhotwings.com is the website. The guys are on vacation. Taking a little bit of time off. This segment right here on the Best Of show, a visit from the word police.
We had the word police in action today.
Okay.
And that happens. And it's easy for us. We're guilty of it. And, I don't make any excuses on this. You just sort of fall into habits.
Well, when you talk
on radio, we call them crutches.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Crutches. There's crutches. There's faux pas. There's verbal gaffes. These are all things that happen when you talk for 4.5 hours every day. And when people listen long enough, they get used to that.
Mm-hmm. And some things are just very habit forming, and the person who's saying it has no idea that they are in fact saying it. And then there are other people that listen to this show, and Hot Wings, I would say that. Outside of this show, you might be one of these people that gets annoyed by people saying certain words or phrases repetitively.
Sometimes,
Wouldn't you say that
if it's a certain word or
you're a bit word policey.
I have been known to, yeah.
Well,
Former intern Milton writes, a few weeks ago, a listener commented that you guys
Wait a minute, you got to read it like Milton, though.
No, I don't think I can.
I'll do it.
We want to understand what's being said, so.
A few weeks ago, a listener commented that you guys say literally too much.
That's me.
Then last week, my old roommate said it absolutely drives him crazy, which made it drive me crazy.
Because now he's onto it, right?
Yeah, because once somebody points something out to you like that, then you can't not notice it.
Yeah.
It might just be wallpaper before that, and then all of a sudden you notice it every time.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled every literally from last week. I'm sure I missed a lot of them because they're so nonchalant, but I made an audio file.
Uh-oh. All right.
Hot Wings also says, I mean, all the time. So I may have a clip of that also. But this is all of the literalies that he was able to find from just last week's broadcast. I think this will be shocking and eye-opening.
All right.
Here it is.
Literally naked. It's literally wide open.
Literally just the area around Detroit. I would literally get 2 cones.
Literally.
So every day, I'm literally. I'll literally throw it. Literally forever. Literally the first thing I did today.
Literally on her butt.
I literally just have to fill it out.
Literally.
Wow.
Literally.
I mean, literally.
Literally.
I mean, literally. Do you have one on the second toe on your foot, or?
Literally, no, I don't.
Oh, man. Sweet.
Hot Wings, I think you were the leader there.
I would say so. Yeah.
Joe, I think your only one was saying it back to Hot Wings.
Yeah, because he said literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. That is terrific.
Yeah, I know. I've got several.
Do it again.
You get words you're comfortable with that you use, and especially when we talk as much as we do, and so I know that there are certain words I use plenty.
Of course, I don't have any.
Oh, of course.
That was a problem before. It's not so much a problem now, and it would manifest most of the time in interviews when you would say, of course.
Yeah, I think I still do it.
Of course,
pretty regularly.
Of course. You sound like Mr. Ed.
I did.
Literally naked. It's literally wide open.
Literally just the area around Detroit. I would literally get 2 cones.
Literally.
So every day, I'm literally. I'll literally throw it. Literally forever. Literally the first thing I did today.
Literally on her butt.
I literally just have to fill it out.
Literally.
Wow.
Literally.
I mean, literally.
Literally.
Damn it. Literally.
Now I'm pissed off.
I mean, literally. Do you have one on the second toe on your foot, or?
Literally, no, I don't.
Oh, my gosh. All right, now on this show, we have to do the quote-unquote literally lottery. The first person to say it, everybody's going to notice it and go, uh-oh.
It is
going
gonna-
to set it.
It's going to stand out now.
It's in our head.
Mm-hmm. You can send other examples.
I hate this.
You can send other examples of stuff that you think gets said too much by email. freebeerandhotwings@hotmail.com.
Jeez.
We are
it's
asking for it, man.
Yeah. We are not going to be able to have a conversation anymore because people are going to come up with all these different words that we use all the time.
I'm not saying I'm going to stop.
And it's going to.
I know it, man.
Yeah, but it's going to get in your head, and every time it pops out of your mouth, you go. So I was literally. I was with the thing, and.
I have a number of them that have been doing that for years.
Mm-hmm.
They know all of them.
Oh, yeah.
They being that this is a long form show, we'll go 20, 40, 40, sometimes 45 minutes.
Literally.
Without, I'm not going to say that word anymore.
I actually know that you said it in the last break.
I did?
Yeah. Because I looked down and I realized that the word was written on the show plan, so then I knew what the word was, and I just had. So now I've been hearing it this morning.
I am so on guard right now.
I know, so am I.
And I don't like that feeling. I don't like, we do this thing, we just kind of just talk, and there happens to be microphones on. If I'm thinking about what I'm saying, I can't do that. I can't be thinking.
Of course, no one likes to have it that way, but here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
I got lectured on here's the deal one time so badly that it was in my head that the next day I said it and I paused because in my mind couldn't think of another phrase that was not here's the deal.
There's some talk about verbal crutches and the word police here on the Best of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. You can always drop the show an email, idiots@freebeerandhotwings.com. I'm doing best of shows this week while the guys are on vacation. They will be back on Monday. We will take a break.
It's time for the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show with Free Beer.
They were showing helicopter footage over his house, like traffic chopper footage. What? There's one for you. Traffic chopper footage I'm convinced that at some point we're going to read headlines about him and go, well, I didn't know he was into that, but I guess I'm not surprised. Mm-hmm. Could be anything. He might be a putt smeddler, or a smut peddler, or a putt peddler.
A putt smeddler.
That's not as bad as getting drunk and then climbing behind the car. I can't believe how many emails we're getting from women who regularly have sex with work, with delivery drivers, come on, UPS people. Why don't you just let the tires out of the vehicle? And everybody's scratching their head and going, huh.
Or let the air out of the tires.
I have a great interest in Munster. Memory serves correct. It was a poisonous snake. I'm going to use the word pass. P starts with pass. Huh? Be like trying to type on a keyboard while riding in the pickup of a cab going down a bumpy road.
Hot Wings. Eric Zane, Producer Joe, and Steve. The Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
Good morning. It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show, best of edition. While the guys are taking a little bit of a vacation time still, they'll be back on Monday. Steve at freebeerandhotwings.com if you want to shoot me an email. And gotten a bunch of them over the last week or so. Requests for specific best of bits. I'm doing my best to track all of them down. We have a very vast archives here. Vast archive, and it's not exactly the most organized, so I'm doing my best to go through it and see what I can find. Hopefully get all of the requests on that everybody wants to hear. Coming up later on this hour, actually, in the next segment, a terrible on-air marriage proposal that happened one day on the show. But we're going to start off the hour right now with some pretty startling sex stats.
A couple of statistical surveys. See if these match up for you. It says that these are surveys done about men, women, and sex. 63% of men say that it's important for their lady to stay in shape, while only 29% of women say that their guy's body is important to them. Good thing for me.
No, you're in shape. Come on, you play tennis. You can't be a slouch if you play tennis.
I'm not terrible.
Well,
all right.
It doesn't matter if you're good or bad. The fact that you're moving side to side and swinging a racket ain't easy.
That's true. It's harder than basketball.
Not in terrible
shape. But, you know.
You play basketball, too, but tennis is a hell of a lot more difficult than basketball.
Tennis is a better workout.
Oh, hell yeah, It is.
Yeah, that is a hell of a workout.
And in tennis, I only disappoint myself with my failures. With basketball, there's a whole team of people that are...
No, it doesn't matter how you actually perform. It's just the fact that you're moving.
Not to mention the exercise you get when you swing the racket into the ground to break it.
Yeah, one time.
You got some anger issues when it comes... I'm surprised at that.
Not anymore.
Yeah?
I've had much worse failings since then, and I have not thrown my racket one time.
Attaboy. You busted the one, didn't you?
I did, and it came back and hit me in the face because Karma said, good move, jerk.
Got pissed.
Let's play tennis with a guy who breaks his racket.
Yeah, usually the bounce back will kind of keep you in check there, keep those emotions in check for a good few months at least.
I haven't broken my own stuff in a while.
Mm-hmm. That was pretty embarrassing.
You're the one who's in the hot seat now, anger ball.
I agree. That was embarrassing. That really bummed me out. I can't believe I did that.
I think my biggest sports failing when it comes to something like that where you get annoyed and you wreck something was when I was in high school and my buddies and I were out biking and my chain kept falling off my bike and I got so pissed at it I threw it in a lake.
You threw the bike in a lake?
I threw my bike in a lake.
Did you have to go in and get it?
Yes, of course I did. And I bent, the front rim got a little bit bent, and then the chain still fell off. And I just felt like a huge, because everyone's looking at you, and then all of a sudden you get that expulsion of rage, and then the immediate, I wish I hadn't done that, because I feel like a giant douchebag right now, and I got a broken bicycle, and...
Yeah, I think the bigger story is how you were able to muster up the strength to throw a bike.
Well, it was a road bike, so it was light. I mean, that helped me a lot. You could discus those things, though. If you grab them by the frame and spin.
That's true.
Oh, I got a good launch on that, Huffy.
You should reenact that one.
I want you to.
I'd like to if it wasn't my own bike. If somebody wants to bring me a bike to throw, I'll do it.
But anyway, you said, so dudes, 60-some% of dudes say, yeah, it's important for her to be in shape.
And only 29% of women say it's important that their guy's body is in shape.
Well, that adds to the phenomena of when you see hot chick with not so in shape, flabby guy. You know?
Yeah, that happens all the time.
Yeah, they have more of an emotional connection. We have more of a physical connection.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky for us.
Yeah. 7 in 10 men say they please their lady every time.
7 in 10?
7 in 10 say they please their lady.
Now, when you say please their lady, I mean she actually has the big O?
Yes.
Yeah, right. 70%.
Doesn't happen.
They might think they do, but that's crap.
85% of men rate their sexual skills as good or better.
Okay.
85%. Other side. More than half of the women, 54%, say that very few guys are actually any good.
I believe that.
So the ones that are actually judging it, more than half say that most guys are not good at it.
I believe that. I believe full-heartedly that I am a dynamo, but I'll bet my wife would disagree.
Yeah. 7 in 10 women say they've faked an orgasm. 7 in 10. The other 3 have never had one, so don't bother.
They don't know what to do.
Imagine never having one.
1 in 3 guys admit they have faked an orgasm as well.
See, that's tricky, because if you fake it,
that is tough.
There's supposed to be residual evidence.
Well, you can only do that if you're wrapped.
Oh, yeah, and then you kind of skulk out of there. Oh, yeah, I gotta go. I don't like this sensation. I'll be in the bathroom. See ya.
You have to talk like Rodney Dangerfield when you do it?
You do, yeah. A lot of people don't know that. But if you're a man and fake an orgasm while you're wrapped, then you have to...
The sensation gives me no respect. Oh, I'm totally going to do the triple Lindy right now. Straighten out my Longfellow.
All right. 1 in 4 couples say they have had backdoor relations.
Really? 1 in 4?
So not just doggy. You mean actually...
backdoor.
So 1 in 4?
1 in 4.
Let's see.
What?
There's 4 of us.
Anyway. So. Quit looking at me. No. All right, once.
Everybody's looking at me.
What was his name?
Wasn't any good. Getting thrown off by used food. Oh.
So 1 in 4 couples. Next time you're out for a dinner party, look around the table and ask yourself how well you know your friends.
No, that's the worst.
Which part?
What do you mean?
Exit only. I don't know if anybody could find that enjoyable.
Everybody write down the name of the person in this room you believe is most likely to be the one, and then we'll all hold them up simultaneously.
Okay. Excuse me.
Okay, everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3. Two people put Joe and 2 people put Zane.
I put my own name.
So did Joe.
I guess we're at over 50%.
I guess so. I guess we're at 50% in the room. I don't know. Regular feels good enough to me.
Agreed.
Maybe the 2 of you should get together.
No.
Yeah, if you're both into that.
It sucks. There's always a weird bend.
Whoa, you got butt slam!
That was some startling sex stats here on the Best of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Coming up in the next segment, a terrible on-air proposal that happened on the radio show.
Check out the show on Facebook and Twitter. Do it at freebeerandhotwings.com.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Freebeerandhotwings.com is the website. Steve at freebeerandhotwings.com to email me directly. In the next segment that we're going to be playing in just a little bit, there was a dilemma with some German Alzheimer's patients. And any time we talk about anything German, that leads to Hot Wings German accent, which I actually got a request for. Somebody emailed me and said, please play anything that has Hot Wings German accent in it. So no problem. We will get to that in the next segment. This segment right here, though, I don't know why people think it's a good idea to call a radio show and propose to their significant other.
So, Joe, do you need to give any explanation to this, or will it all be explained when we pick up the Jimbo? For those that are new to the show, if you want to remain anonymous, if you call in and say that your name is Jimbo or Janebo, we'll put you on the harmonizer, which disguises your voice.
Yeah.
Joe, is there any explanation?
He does have an explanation.
Well, he'll do it. We'll start with him.
It's pretty straightforward.
So he'll be able to do it. Okay, well, let's bring him in here.
Hello, Jimbo.
Hey, guys.
What's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you what happened to me last weekend. My girlfriend and I, we've been dating for a few years. She lives with me, and it's not a matter of if I'm going to ask her to marry me. It's a matter of when.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to a wedding last weekend, and of course there were tons and tons of hints dropped. Hey, when's it going to happen? Which I expected.
Yeah.
On the way home, she drops a hint as to how she'd like it to happen, which happens to be exactly how I was going to try and have it happen.
Scoreboard
so
into
basically the not so subtle hint that ruined everything.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been there.
Okay.
So basically now it's just a matter of trying to catch her off guard, I guess, out of spite, maybe? I don't know.
Spite is a good thing to bring to a new marriage.
Get her off guard with
Seriously.
spite.
I think that a lot.
She ruined my idea.
What was the idea? Can you say, or are you afraid that that'll ruin it?
They'll certainly give it away.
If she's listening.
All right.
Jimbo, are you thinking you want to propose on the radio show?
That is exactly what I'm thinking.
Let me ask you this. Were you listening last week when we talked about, because people are going to think we're faking this, because just last
I know.
Okay.
I know you are.
Just last
I was listening, and actually what pisses me off about that is I actually was thinking about calling the radio show before you guys brought it up.
okay.
You're
'Cause
very
last
romantic.
Last week we talked about...
Hold on, Jimbo. We got to talk.
Last week we talked about the idea that there's a radio show that we know that's very successful, just signed a new deal, that does fake proposals all the time, where they just have someone from their sales office call in and do a proposal, and then they play the myriad of women calling, saying, "Oh, I think that's my boyfriend," because he gives all sorts of vague things like, "Well, I'm a man who enjoys the touch of a woman, and I have a job, and we've been together for some time now.
So it's a
and
setup.
We both like pets." And then any woman who's hoping for a ring goes, "Well, that kind of sounds like my guy. That could be him."
And that's the bit?
That's their bit. And then, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this was...
How about you turn the harmonizer off then?
We will in just one moment. I just want to say this was not planned. We got an email during the break that said, "Hey, answer your phone."
Yep.
I said, all right, cool. So you want us to turn the harmonizer off?
Absolutely.
Are you going to sound like a chick?
Hey guys, do it now. I have a question for you. Are you do you think she's listening right now?
I certainly hope so. I'd say there's a 99% chance.
Okay. She's not with you?
No, she's not.
Not even in the same home?
You know, it didn't even...
I put it this way. I took off a half day of work this morning, and I can see my house from where I'm parked.
You know, it doesn't even matter that you're on the harmonizer, because if she's listening, the context you provided, she knows it's you at this point.
Probably.
Because of the wedding.
Yeah, I would imagine.
All right.
All right, Jimbo, you ready?
Yep.
Is it off?
It is off.
Okay. Jennifer Linderman, I love you with all my heart. Will you marry me?
So now are you waiting for her to come out of the house? What is your plan? I mean, when you ask, you got to have some sort of plan for an answer. And this is
I suppose I should walk my happy little ass over there and see what happens.
What if she's sitting on a toilet or something?
Yeah, what if she's actually pushing out a cable right now?
This is just that line alone makes this
I'm so glad that we're going to have this recorded for posterity.
That is going to be something.
You're talking about cables. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well,
didn't think that through, did you?
Proposing on the radio, real classy.
Yeah, you've listened
I
before.
know, but what are you going to do?
A Jumbotron wasn't available.
Be creative.
Jimbo, do you have the ring, or did you
not your strong suit?
Did you think of that after you thought of this plan?
Well, I have a ring. I wouldn't say the ring.
Okay,
is it a
ring.
decoder ring?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go that far.
Is it a plastic spider that you got at the dentist?
Not quite.
Will it glow in the dark?
Currently, it is not. No, it is not.
If you squeeze it hard enough, can you bend it with your bare hands?
Quite possible.
So you're walking to your home, your shared residence with a girlfriend.
That is correct.
Okay, Jennifer. Right, Jennifer.
What are you going to do if you knock on the door, or you walk in and you find out she's not listening?
Well, I suppose I'll have her turn on the radio.
Would it make you sad if she was getting plowed?
That would be terrible.
Can you imagine? Sees this hairy ass.
Well, she's not waiting for me at the door. This is the problem.
She's getting plowed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right now, her butt is perched.
She's asleep.
What do you find?
Why are you not listening to Figure It Out, Wayne?
Because I hate them. I hate that show, you know.
You know, I think they're immature. Nothing romantic ever happens on that show.
Tell her to turn it on and then leave the house and do it all over.
Talk to them. Hello?
Jennifer, can you turn on the radio and then give the phone back to Dummy so he can go back outside and then we'll start over?
What is he? He's an it.
I know.
Well, yeah, we know.
That's kind of our
it's
impression.
pretty clear.
Brushing my teeth. Let me go spit this toothpaste out, and I'll be right with you.
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Nice.
All right, now don't give it away yet, Romeo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I shan't.
So
See, now, here's what's going to happen.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi again.
I don't know what Steve's...
Run for your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys?
Well, I don't know. I think you need to put Steve back on the phone. He handed you the phone prematurely, I think.
And you're gonna have
I apologize.
He's a little thick.
And you're going to have to turn on the radio, and then he has to take the phone and leave because he's really a dick.
Okay, I'll have him do that.
Okay.
Take the phone and leave, and I got to turn off the radio.
Oh, God. What a jackass.
Okay.
Nice.
Now, is she turning the radio on?
Yes, he's currently turning the radio on.
All right.
Okay, now you run about a half a mile away.
Yeah.
Try to make it so you can be just far enough that we have to really wait a while for you to go back.
Now, you can still bail on this. I want you to know this. This is already a colossal failure like everything you do. Okay? Now, I really want you to think about this. This is the one moment. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to do it this way?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Okay,
you're an
yeah.
a-hole.
No, that's good.
You're such a stupid ass.
I think more importantly, you need to ask yourself, is this how she would want you to do
definitely.
it?
Why don't you put yourself in her shoes for a change?
Personally, if she found out on the podcast, I think it'd be hilarious. Like,
Yeah, that's what everybody's shooting for on their wedding proposal. Hilarity.
Mm-hmm.
Way to go, Bobcat.
Yeah. A surprise a few days later.
By the way, now she knows it's a proposal if she didn't figure that out.
You better say it fast.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, you can beat the delay.
Oh, yeah.
are you going to play it or am I doing it?
Well,
do it, dummy.
It's from your heart.
It's from my heart.
Yeah.
Jennifer Linderman, will you marry me?
Do it again without laughing.
She said yes. Yay.
Oh, you guys sound hot.
Yeah.
You sound like a couple wildebeests when you're doing it.
I'm so stupid. I'm a dummy.
Yeah. Yes, you already own that ring, but hey, what are you going to do?
Wait, you gave her a ring she bought?
Oh, yeah.
So she already owns it. It's just like, like a costume jewelry ring.
So you lifted it and you're giving it back to her.
I hope. I can't wait till 6 months from now after your marriage at some sort of casino when Jennifer calls to turn the harmonizer on so she can serve you divorce papers over the radio.
That would be classic.
Hey,
yeah.
I wrote "Will you marry me" on the windshield of your car with another lady's lipstick. Is that cool?
You're going to have the janitor at the Elks Lodge read the vows to you, and then he's going to barf in your spittoon. You filthy pig.
Steve, she said yes. She's very happy.
Yes, she's very.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, we had a lot to do with it.
Oh, yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was very romantic.
We tried to get him to class it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're down.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Yeah.
You work what you got.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't think Jennifer's expectations were not met by this. I think she had lowered expectations for Steve's proposal. Is that true, Jennifer?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm expecting it, but
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it right now.
Yeah, this was above and beyond, no doubt.
All jokes aside,
sexy.
All jokes aside,
to the end of the year.
Yeah.
And, I think she was expecting actually a New Year's Eve proposal.
Could be.
Okay, well, you tell her to get nude and get to it.
Not a Tuesday morning.
Because you got to do it after you say yes to a proposal. That's the rule.
All jokes aside, Steve and Jennifer, congratulations.
Yeah.
Well done.
Look forward to a
lifetime of mediocrity.
Long life of government cheese for you two.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Yeah, whatever.
Anytime.
Get out of here.
Brutal.
Ooh, I smell posterity. Or prosperity. What a mess.
Oh, who shares their special moment with us?
Oh, boy.
That was legit, by the way.
It's not. No, of course it was. That's why it worked out the way it did.
Yeah, you know they live at the corner of Wealthy and Banking Streets.
Oh, my gosh.
Scott,
what do you think about these two?
I think it's great.
Yeah, I do, too.
You think it's love?
Yeah.
It absolutely is. I had dinner with them last night.
What do you mean you had dinner with them last night?
Hold on a second here. Get us caught up to speed here.
Yeah. Who are you, then?
I'm his brother.
You're his brother. Okay, well, so you obviously support him financially.
No.
Oh, so you had dinner with them last night. Did you know this was coming?
I had no clue. I was even in the car with him at the wedding, or on the way to the wedding and from the wedding, and no clue.
So when you heard Guy on the harmonizer, you immediately knew it was your brother?
No, I didn't. But right when I heard his voice, I went, "Oh, F, no way!"
Yeah.
Were you thinking, "Oh my God, don't do it this way. Don't involve them"?
Has he always been a little dim?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's okay. Well, you know, the world needs them. I mean, how else would we have crowds at our carnivals if we didn't have those two?
Who else would go to the circus?
Scott, when you guys are around, do you talk about how he's overachieving by being with Jennifer?
On occasion, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Does she stink?
Jesus.
She did have stinky dreadlocks for a while.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she got rid of that.
She's got a great laugh. Very sexy.
Thank you, Scott.
They are wonderful people, and then my congratulations.
I have no doubt that they are wonderful people.
Yeah, they're going to make it.
Thank you, Scott. It's relentless. This is Kyle in Vermont. Hi, Kyle.
Hey.
What do you say, buddy?
So I just want to say what the F to Steve for totally screwing with the rest of us. Because my girlfriend's been all over me for like the last 2 to 3 years. Why don't you want to get married? Why don't you want to get married? I'm only like 21. I just turned 21.
Yeah, you don't want to get married yet.
Exactly. And so she's riding to work with me. You know, I just literally dropped her off, and she heard that whole bit. And now the pressure's back on me. So thanks, Steve.
What? No, I would think that would take the pressure off. She should have looked at you and said, you know, if you're not ready to get married, don't come at me with some sort of half-ass plan like this.
You need to be honest. When she says, "Why don't you marry me?" say, "Well, because I still look okay, and someone better may come along. So up your game. We got no problem. I'm not going to lie to you."
Or maybe just say, you know, I'm 21. There's a lot of life to live.
Yeah, there is pipe to be laid, miss.
Yes.
And you need to understand that.
That's classy.
That is a good call.
Yeah, I'm sure she'll appreciate
Try
that.
Well,
let us know how that works out.
Try the direct honesty approach. At least they know where you stand.
Thank you, Kyle.
All right, thanks, Dad.
1-800-947-3979. There are no women listening who thought that was romantic. Now, Jennifer, on the other hand, because, you know, within your relationship, different things are romantic. Stupid. Than what other people would because of your shared experiences or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
My proposal to my wife doesn't sound remotely romantic when I share it with someone else, but she likes it.
Well, there's probably at least one woman in the world who thought it was cool to be proposed to at a racetrack or something.
I'm surprised
like that,
I'm surprised she didn't respond with, "Honey, we're on the radio. Will you marry me?" "Honey, I said we're on the radio. Will you marry me?" Really? What? Honey. Honey. Don't get upset. Oh, you love me. Oh, you sound so hot. Let's do it. Let's call your dad. Can I call you Dad? We're a happy family.
1-800-947-3979. You can email freebearandhotwings@hotmail.com. This is Amanda. Hello, Amanda.
Hey.
What do you say?
I have to say, as a woman, that was the lamest proposal I've ever heard.
I don't know what you mean. I thought that sounded pretty good.
I mean, he sounded like a jackass. He was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, real
serious.
serious.
Seemed like he was serious.
You're
And it
supposed to
seemed to
weep.
me almost like this was actually planned. Like this is really what she wanted, but he was playing it off like they really didn't want it on the radio.
What a mess.
Yeah, there was no, like when I proposed, I could barely talk. I was so overcome with emotion.
I mean,
and it wasn't laughing. But to each their own.
Good thing she's dense, otherwise he had never pulled it off.
That's not. I don't know why you're attacking her.
Well, she seemed to like it.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, well, come on.
1-800-947-3979. You can email freebearandhotwings@hotmail.com. This is Nate. Hi, Nate.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Nothing. What do you say?
Yeah, I love you guys a lot, but I just got engaged, and I would never do it on you guys' show. I mean, you guys just ripped them apart for obvious reasons. It's like, come on, man, have a brain. Do it someplace romantic, you know?
Yeah, I have to agree. I don't think I'm on the show, and I wouldn't have proposed to my wife on the show. No. There's no way. Hot Wings, if Hot Wings had come to work a couple of years ago and said, hey, me and Carrie are getting pretty serious. I think I'd like to propose, and I'd like to do it on the radio show. I would have said, that is a terrible idea. You can do it if you want, but that's a bad plan.
The point of a radio show is to, like, mock people, and your show,
This one it is, that's for sure.
I tried a little harder to propose to my girlfriend, and she loved it. It's the thing she's going to remember for the rest of her life, and that's how you start a marriage.
Yeah, but you're not.
Yeah, you stop bragging.
Yeah, you're not Captain Fun like that.
You want to hear what I did, though? You got to hear what I did.
No, not really.
Yeah, please.
No.
All right,
go ahead.
You're dying to tell us. You've brought it up 3 times. What did you do that was awesome?
Yeah, what did you do, Romeo?
I woke her up with breakfast with waffles and homemade waffles and blueberries. And they're on a scavenger hunt where she got a manicure and with her mom and her best friend. And then she ended up at an airport where my buddy was waiting with his plane, and he flew her up to Pentwater, where I was at the pier waiting with a fondue pot with shrimp and chicken and peppers all cooking at the end of the pier.
Yeah, you got to fatten her up.
That's right. And then at sunset, I was playing music under the table. And,
Stop being such a pussy!
Yeah, great. See, this is why you don't do it on your guys' show.
That's why,
People apart.
No. Wow. I didn't hear anything.
Wow.
I'm just listening.
So
I got to hear how you guys did it.
Wow, cool story, horrible bitch.
So you were playing music?
Yeah, and then when the sun set, got down on the knee and...
That's the coolest story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
Yeah, sure. I think it was a lot better than you guys'. How did you guys do it?
Oh, there's no doubt yours is better than mine. I just
God, I'm bored already.
we didn't decide to brag about it either.
I didn't call you while you were at work to tell you about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you, Nate.
He gets a new job. He's been there 3 minutes. He starts boring some of the other coworkers with his stupid romance
everybody,
story.
listen to how romantic I am.
Hey guys,
check me out, man.
I am so romantic.
Dude, man, I'm the most romantic cat I know.
This is my wife on our wedding night. Yeah. She loves me.
Yeah. That was reverse cowgirl right there, is what that was. She loves my whole demeanor.
That was funny how Nate kept going. The way I did it was a lot better. I mean, I'm just saying.
I must
if
tell
anybody wants
everyone
to hear about how I did it, I would love to tell you about how I did it.
Don't tell anybody your dumb stories anymore about your crazy fantasy wedding.
Yeah. If a girl asks, then you can tell her. But otherwise, do not offer that up.
That's super interesting.
1-800-947-3979. You can email freebeernotwings at hotmail.com. Megan in St. Cloud. Hi, Megan.
Hi.
What do you say, Megan?
I'm not very happy with Steve because my boyfriend heard it and started calling me about proposing and stuff.
He did? Well, your boyfriend makes bad decisions, too.
I don't want to get married.
How come?
I want to have fun.
You want to have fun? You mean you want to
have anonymous sex? Is that what you mean?
No, I think we'll leave that to you. But seriously, who proposes on the radio?
I don't. Well, that's a good question. Just that one guy is the only one I've ever known. That's for sure.
To my knowledge.
Thank you, Megan.
Have a good day, guys.
See you, Megan.
Sorry about the added pressure that you just got from your boyfriend because we talked about marriage.
Yeah.
1-800-947.
It's not like a real catch, by the way.
Why are you attacking her?
I don't know.
Could you guys lay off at least some of the people who call the radio show, for Christ's sakes?
I will be nice.
Well, she called complaining because we did this.
She was talking about what we were talking about. She called to say she thought Steve was an idiot.
You're right.
I know, but then she said, you guys put pressure on me because my boyfriend heard that and now he wants to get married.
No, you're right.
She said Steve put pressure on me.
I'm in the mode.
She was telling a story about how her boyfriend was acting stupid, and then you tried to ask her about anonymous sex, which was weird, and then you started attacking for no reason.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Joe?
We should never make fun of people.
How you did it. No, you were almost in the clear. Just let him. He made a point. It's fine. I thought it was a valid point. I thought he was reasonably valid.
I didn't say that he wasn't.
No, you did, because you made that last comment, and that made him very angry, and he's very upset right now. You notice you haven't heard him speak since you made that last comment. Why am I explaining this to you? I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I thought that we had gone too far with that last caller, and he said you should not attack everybody, and probably valid.
I agree.
I think so. Oh yeah.
My apologies.
So pissed at you. You took it one step too far.
Worst feeling in the world being on the opposite end of that stare from Free Beer when he is very disappointed in you. Anyway, coming up in the next segment, there was a dilemma with a German Alzheimer's patient, and of course, anything that has the word.
Email the show, idiots@freebeerandhotwings.com.
Idiots@freebeerandhotwings.com, Steve@freebeerandhotwings.com. Really, any of those work well to get your requests in for these best of shows. A lot of requests. And actually just got a request from somebody who wanted to hear anything with Hot Wings German accent. It seems to be a very popular request because I also got one yesterday and the day before. So this one segment here will fulfill 3 requests. That's good. In this case, it was a little dilemma with some German Alzheimer's patients.
Here we go.
Yeah. So a nursing home in Germany had a problem with some of its Alzheimer's patients. They don't necessarily always understand why they're there because they have Alzheimer's.
Right.
Debilitating, awful disease.
My grandmother had that. Joe, your grandmother had that too?
Yeah, terrible.
Joe raised $5,000 for the Alzheimer's Association with his tastefully nude photo shooting calendar.
I did.
To be commended because we said you could keep that money if you wanted. And you said, no, I will not. I will give it to charity.
Yeah.
And you had a nude
bad
calendar.
about it,
No, I think you made a great choice.
Yeah.
That was really good of you. That was found money, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, listen to this. This is... Some people are calling it cruel. I think it's brilliant. And I honestly can't see why anyone would think this was cruel.
Mm-hmm.
The home in Dusseldorf, which because of movies over time has almost starts to seem like a made-up town, they don't have the authority to physically detain the patients. They can't lock the doors. They're not allowed to chain them down or anything like that. So they'd have to call the police every time somebody wandered off. Especially in the winter, that could be very dangerous. They had patients that they thought were going to be found dead. So they came up with a new solution. This is, I think, is really sharp. They built a pretend bus stop in front of the nursing home. That way the center's employees can just look out the window every once in a while to see if there's an Alzheimer's patient standing there.
Is that what Alzheimer's patients do when they wander? They go to the bus?
Many of them do. In this case, because it says that a lot of them want to get home to families and friends, and they don't understand why they're there. Because Alzheimer's patients tend to have long-term memory, but not short-term memory.
So perhaps they revert to a time where they may have, in fact, gotten on a bus regularly.
Yep. It says that the patients will wait around at the bus stop, looking down the street, waiting for the bus to come. Of course, it won't come because there's no buses that come to it. They built it. Yeah. It's an exact replica.
And they just make them sit there all day?
Well, eventually they go out and go, we just got to call. The bus is going to be late if you want to come back in and wait inside. And then they get back inside and they don't remember even being out there.
Oh, no.
Because their short-term memory's bad. Takes advantage of the specific condition, long-term memory, but no short-term memory. So the residents go to the bus stop, they wait, and then after a while they come out and say, hey, come on back in.
If they don't get up, do they put them in an arm bar or anything? Maybe chicken wing them?
Not that I know of. But maybe.
Half Nelson.
If you do not come back into the building right now, we will take you to Castle Wolfenstein and leave you there. Then we see how far you will wander.
I didn't think I'd start laughing all over again.
I will park the people's auto on top of your chest, and you will go nowhere but eat chicken. You'll feed your chicken all day long, and you will like it. Now you sit down.
As Havoc starts to laugh, he loses the accent.
No.
In the middle right there, it was, you will eat chicken. And then it came back.
No, I was hearing
You will eat the chicken.
Castle Wolfenstein.
You will listen to the tuba music and you will like it. That will keep you here. Do not make me release the hounds on you. If you want to walk in circles, that is fine. You will not go anywhere that way. But do not walk in a straight line.
We're just gonna. I want you to keep doing it now.
Run out of German stereotypes.
That's crazy. Have you done anything about sausage?
We will fill your nostrils full of sauerkraut.
Something about Oktoberfest. Come on now.
Can't do it without laughing anymore.
It's probably just best.
Oh God. That is awesome. I think there was a time when you did it when you got really like sadistic and your voice got very high. Yeah, there was one time you did something like that. So if that ever happens to creep in at any point, that's sadistic, high pitched, gleeful because you're about to torture.
If you leave, we will take away Oktoberfest.
Silly. Well, anyway, they had a good idea with the bus station.
Yeah.
Gets them all to stay in there.
And I can't believe they're all pissed off about it. Well, hell, in America, you just give them a good beating a few times.
Well, yeah. How
do you like that bed sore?
Know about this is if they had hidden camera footage.
Right. In America, that's acceptable.
Yeah. I don't know if it's acceptable.
But beat the old people.
Yeah. Probably what happens.
That's why you don't put your family in nursing homes in America. They end up getting eaten. Where is he? I don't know.
That's more ludicrous than my German impression.
Yeah. Anything with the Hot Wings German impression, hilarious in my book. Go to freebeerandhotwings.com. A lot of content up on the website, especially if you're a VIP member. There's stuff that you do not have access to if you are not a VIP member, including the show meeting videos that we do on a daily basis, the podcast. There's VIP show videos up there. So if you want to sign up, be a VIP member at freebeerandhotwings.com. We would greatly appreciate it. We will take a break.
This is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show with producer Joe.
An English accent, Joe. Go ahead.
Oh, I was at the beer having a pub. Or at the pub having a beer.
Yeah?
The beer having a pub.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Tell us what you did after the pub in your best Chinese accent dialect.
Yeah. I went to home and read articles on the computer.
Give us this time Englishmen speaking with a Chinese accent.
I went to the pub and drinky a beer. Drinky.
Now, back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. Freebeerandhotwings.com is the website. Coming up later on this hour on the Best of Show, a segment that we did a while ago called 30-Second Stump, where listeners were allowed to call in and talk about whatever they wanted for 30 seconds and try to convince us one way or the other on their particular stance on something. Also, actually, right now we're going to start off the hour, though. Zane had, we were trying to recruit some members of families for Family Feud, and Zane got in touch with his mom. And it also happened to be her birthday.
Zane's family was the champion on Family Feud. Yeah. I remember when we tried to recruit team members for Joe and Zane, that when you called your mother, it was a very memorable call, but she did not want to play Family Feud. But she did enjoy, I think, getting the phone call. I think she enjoys whenever you call. She loves you.
Mm-hmm. I think I am her favorite son. Yeah.
You think so?
Being the youngest, maybe. How's it going, Joe?
What's her name?
Bernie.
Hi, Bernie. Oh, hey, it's Joe from your son's show. How are you? Eric is okay. Okay, hang on just a second. They're gonna say hi. Oh, jeez. What's that?
It's not me. Hey, Joe, the internet audience is delighted to know my real name now. It's all right. They don't know how to spell it. Don't worry about it. It's cool.
That was awesome. You self-edited and then said what you weren't going to say.
It's very free beer of you.
It would be like, if you said, I knew F. I almost said.
It's cool. Don't worry about it. Everybody knows anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
Well, fine. Eric?
Yes, Mother.
Oh, yeah, that's you. Well, you know what? I didn't know what was going on.
Really? What do you mean?
Well, when somebody says, hello, Bernie, and I thought, and then I thought, this is and he identified himself, and then I thought, what's wrong with Eric?
Right. Clearly. I know. I just talked to you a couple minutes ago, but that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that was just Joe getting you ready, because we were in the middle of chatting about your big birthday.
Okay.
And then there you are.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Mother.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's wonderful to be 72 years old.
Wow, geez, nice. I would have never have known that, because you look like you're 60.
Yeah, right. Well, I like to think that.
Okay.
I like to think people say that.
Okay, now have the other brothers called?
Yeah, Michael called, and, well, in fact, I was with Michael's family over the weekend, and then they all called. They're on vacation this week, and then they called again last night, and then Jimmy called, and the kids, and Sandy.
That's super interesting.
Yep.
And now you. I haven't heard from Paul yet.
Well, he's busy.
Well, he's busy, because did you hear what happened at the golf course?
Yes, he's got what?
Oh, it's all good. Everything's going great. He is loving life there. There's nothing weird going on, like weird things, shenanigans. It's cool. He was telling me he's loving it.
He's just pimping.
Yep. Everything is great there.
Yeah, well, you make me sound a little bit apprehensive. I thought, oh, geez, now what's going on?
No, it's cool, Ma. Everything's great with him.
Yeah.
So what is Wally doing for your special day?
Well, now listen, think of
Lumpkin?
Wally, okay? He bought me a GPS. So I don't get lost.
Oh, that is good. That is excellent.
Well, I never had any problems before. I just put everything on MapQuest.
Not true.
And then I got a new laptop computer.
You did? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's nice. Last year, Wally, he did some plumbing for you. He laid some pipe?
Yeah, he got me these two things, and he set up, because everything's all wired and set up and everything. And then he bought a chip and put pictures of all you kids in the picture frame. And then today we're going out for the day on a picnic. Who is that?
What?
Those guys make me laugh. I don't know who's doing the.
I don't hear anything.
Well, I don't hear anything now either.
No, it's cool. Well, that sounds good. So the Jeep.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A GPS. Yeah.
Sweet. That is sweet.
What? Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're trying not to laugh.
Hot Wings making a funny face.
It's in your mouth.
You two, you guys all play off one another, and it's very healthy, I think, for you.
Yes.
Because when one says something, the another one interprets.
She just likes oral.
Yeah, and all of you laugh.
It is healthy. It's entirely.
Healthy. She swallowed.
Yeah.
And you keep muffling the. Well, anyways, we'll just move on.
No, that's cool, Mom. I tell you what, everybody here, we were talking about how we wanted to get you on and wish you a happy birthday. Get on you.
And thank you.
Everything else good?
Yeah. Everybody, I miss you guys.
I know it. I miss you too. Let's see. I think we're home this weekend. I mean,
have you? Sorry to interrupt. Have you seen Hot Wings lately?
Yeah.
Do you still think he's handsome?
Remember Handsome Hot Wings?
Yeah.
He's sitting right here. Would you like to say anything to him?
Well, he's doing a good job.
Yeah?
Thank you.
No, yeah, I know. But what do you really want to say about him?
You know, all you guys are, because what is that college, that Catholic college in Grand Rapids?
Notre Dame?
Our Lady of the Blessed Function.
College.
Right.
Notre Dame.
No.
I don't know.
Like Aquinas or something?
That might be it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Aunt Marilyn's grandson goes there, and he listens to all you guys.
Ooh, boy, that's a bummer.
Mm-hmm. Nobody cares.
They know all about your program.
It's boring.
Well, that's cool, Mom.
Yeah.
You should ask your son what his wife saw him do on vacation.
Oh, no. I think I should ask that in private.
Probably.
Did you hear?
No, now's good.
What happened? No, I haven't heard you since you've been back.
Oh, boy. I didn't expect
something big happened?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a huge load of trouble.
Are the children all okay?
Yeah, everybody's fine. It was just
halfway to more.
Just a short-term explosion.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, was that a vacation from hell?
No, the vacation was terrific. We were in East Tennessee. Do you remember the Smoky Mountains?
There were parts of it that Eric has never enjoyed more.
Yes, it was I'll tell you what, I had my hand in everything. It was terrific.
You got to be kind to them.
We went to the amusement park. I went by myself.
Uh-huh.
It was sweet.
Because the kids were probably lost or went to another park.
Well, yeah, they did. They,
No matter how you smack it, it's darn fine hand jobbing, Ken.
So that was cool.
Yep, right down the drain.
Yep, Mom, it was, we had a great time, and I can't wait to send you the pictures.
Okay, would you please? And when you get home, ask the kids to dial me up.
You know it. You know it, Mom.
Okay?
Okay.
Diana, too. I want to talk to you guys.
I know it. She loves you dearly. Mm-hmm. She's always asking about you, and she can't wait for you to come over and spend time with her.
I will.
Okay?
I'll be there on my new GPS.
Excellent, Mother.
Happy birthday.
Tell Wally I said hi.
I sure will.
Okay, now, does he still download the podcast later on in the day, by chance?
Who?
Wally.
Does he still do what?
Download the podcast.
Oh, all the time.
He does.
In fact, he's doing it right now. He downloads, and then he says, well, you know what, you should hear this, and he like screens it.
Yeah.
And so then I go down and listen to you guys.
Delete. Awesome.
Wait till it gets to yesterday's.
Okay.
It's going to take you right back to the 70s.
Mom, would you do me a favor?
Sure.
Express to Wally that no matter what he hears on the radio, to never, ever bring it up to me ever in any setting ever.
In a family setting.
No, in any setting. Ever. Okay?
It must be big.
All right.
Okay, I love you.
For a little while.
Yeah.
And I'll tell him right now.
I was beating off.
Okay. Have a great day.
Okay, see you, Mom. I love you.
I love you.
I was jacking it.
I think I have a new favorite thing. It's just calling your mom and playing sound effects.
Oh.
Joe, at one point, it just started to take a drink of vitamin water. You played one, and I think you spit it back in the bottle.
I did. I did.
That was all
She just
effed.
likes oral.
That was effed. That was ridiculous.
That's your mother.
Oh, my God.
Zane just totally spit. It went all over his face. God, you're like your own chest.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
It's unbelievable. What a sequence.
I wish I videotaped it just so you can see the look on Zane's face when we said, hey, ask him what he did on vacation.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. I think one of the most taxing things you can do outside of, like, fight in a war and run a marathon is to try to suppress laughter. Because I'm exhausted.
Oh, God. You're not kidding.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Gosh, no more suppression.
All right, that's it.
Zane calls his mom to wish her a happy birthday right after the whole Family Feud fiasco that we played just a couple days ago here on the Best of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Coming up in the next segment, another nursing home related story. In this case, hot chicks sitting on old dudes' faces, huh? That'll make.
To the Free Beer and Hot Wings show.
Freebeerandhotwings.com is the website. Steve at freebeerandhotwings.com to get me directly on the intranet email. A lot of requests coming in. I think I made a lot of people happy with the Hot Wings German impressions that we played a little while ago. Coming up in the next segment, part one of the 30-second stump segment where listeners could call in and basically give us 30 seconds of their opinion, kind of like their own little What Hot Wings thinks, if you think about it. 30 seconds of what they think on any particular topic, trying to sway us one way or the other. This segment right here, though, it's another problem at a nursing home.
Well, listen to this, guys. This is simultaneously a crazy story, the kind we would normally make fun of, but it's also pretty awful. If this were dudes that did this, it would just be, it's funny how there's a bit of a double standard. You'll understand in a second here. This happened in Albert Lea, Minnesota, the southern part of the state. 6 teenage girls were charged with mistreating elderly residents at an assisted living facility where they used to work. All the stuff they did, none of it was like beatings or withholding medication or anything like that. It's all like sexual hazing.
On the elderly.
Yeah.
The almost like infirmed elderly.
Yeah. Touching and spanking residents on their ass.
Oh, man.
This is awful. Using a finger to investigate rear entry.
Oh, what? This is girls? Yuck.
Lying in bed with a resident.
Wow,
not a restaurant.
hot. What?
Say hi to your mother for me, okay?
Numerous episodes of, quote, dry humping.
God.
Bearing their backsides and putting them on residents' faces.
What? Is that on her face?
Yes. Poking residents in their naughty bits. Rubbing one resident's junk until he became aroused.
Well,
he's delighted.
That actually worked out for that guy.
The teens have been charged with assault, criminal abuse of vulnerable adult, and disorderly conduct. If convicted, they could each get more than 3 years in prison and $10,000 in fines.
Talk about a boner.
All very appropriate.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm going to smash their face in if that was your family that they did that.
Am I the only one getting a boner right now?
Probably not.
Yeah, you're right. We can't make fun of it.
My penis, it stinks.
The girls. Howings, you want to see the girls?
Oh,
go to the normal source.
Yeah, let's check it out.
But they really got it together.
Elderly home abuse.
I picture heavy, dark eyeliner.
I'll bet you're right. You think goth girls?
A bit, perhaps.
This seems like something the high school wrestling team would do to each other, not to old people.
Whoa. This isn't what I expected.
No?
I heard they're somewhat attractive.
They only have pictures of two of them.
Yes.
And they are very attractive, especially the one on the left. She's a babe.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense at all.
That is not
that good-looking people don't do this, but...
Nope. These are clearly, like, spoiled a-holes who grew up in a good family.
Those look like girls who would be named Brianna and Ashton.
Yeah.
Leave it. I want to keep looking at it. In fact, you can't turn your monitor back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to because...
Suddenly, Zane desires to be the old man laying in a bed, getting the pressed hams on his face.
Yeah, I wish there was a bun on my face.
Can you... This is...
Did it change it for you?
To male and female residents?
It doesn't say what. Because it says in one of the things they did was poking a woman in her breasts, and another one was rubbing a man's junk until he could hang a flag from it.
Jeez, what the hell, man?
I think they deserve a pass
because they're attractive.
It's not like they're male teachers sleeping with female students.
Mm-hmm. See, this is everybody makes mistakes.
The double standard.
These things happen. Do they?
Well, I wouldn't have thought
once.
So.
Clearly, it is just a misunderstanding.
Obviously, yeah. They accidentally fell with their naked butts on people's faces.
Right. Sometimes their hands vigorously caught themselves on
They accidentally dry humped people. That happens.
Can we post those pictures so people can see what the hell we're seeing?
Yeah. Joe?
No, website is down temporarily.
Our website is down.
Our website is down.
But I will post those pictures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seriously, if this happened to your grandmother or grandfather, you'd want to... I mean, they're going to get sued.
I would have to ask Grandpa and say, Grandpa, what did you think about that?
Yeah,
I'd say attractive woman sitting, doing that to you.
Yeah, I'd have
to your face and to the happy ending.
I guess I'd have to ask him which one of those things happened to him.
It's a Grandpa?
Because if it was the hand,
what if you found out?
He might have liked that.
He might have liked both.
Yeah, which one wouldn't he have been interested in? I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what if you found out your grandpa was a complete deviant?
If Grandpa turned and said, "Hey, man, this was cool. I now like this nursing home.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't mind the fact that I have to sit in a soiled diaper for 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
I don't even care my finger is rotting and probably going to fall off and no one will notice.
I don't care that no one visits me and I've been forgotten. If this happens,
All is forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, can I see those girls again?
No, it's like you're actually soiling my
Seriously.
screen.
These two, what the hell? First of all, how does that turn them on?
I don't know, but I bet you show up tomorrow with gray hair again.
Feeling pretty old.
Oh man, I need to go into a home.
I could use some assisted living.
Put me away.
Lock me up.
I guess a nursing home doesn't sound so bad after all. Coming up in the next segment, part 1 of the listener's 30-second stump segment. We'll play that next. We'll take a break.
More of the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
Back on the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. And this segment right here, it's actually part 1 of a 2-part segment. I think this was right around the time of the last election. I would assume a couple years ago is when this took place. And listeners were calling in trying to sway our opinions on a topic of their choice. It's 30-second stump.
It's Super Tuesday.
It's like 23 states and territories involved today.
Pretty crazy. A lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, American Samoa has their primary, too.
Mm-hmm.
Commonwealths and territories of the United States also get to vote in the presidential election.
Mm-hmm. Puerto Rico,
Samoa,
so if you're a citizen
Guam.
living there, your vote counts.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have primaries, too.
Yep.
They have a primary.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So they send delegates from Guam?
Yeah.
Yes.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. What we're going to do is we're going to give you the chance to do the 30-second stump. You'll have 30 seconds to tell everyone who's listening to the show why they should vote for the candidate you support. Now, this takes a special person because you have to be passionate enough, and hopefully you're going to speak well enough that you'll actually do your candidate some benefit.
Yeah.
We will not be stumping for anyone.
No.
If you listen closely, you can figure out who we like and who we don't like. It's pretty clear that none of us are big Hillary fans. But that's for us. I would not tell you shouldn't vote for Hillary. I can only tell you that I won't, and I hope she doesn't win.
Mm-hmm.
How about that? But you might have great reasons for voting for her.
Yeah,
okay?
So if you want to call up, talk about why you like her, you have 30 seconds when we say hello.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
That's
it's open.
You can use your 30 seconds from the time we welcome you till the time that the buzzer goes off, however you want. Within reason, no cursing.
Yeah, well, obviously.
You got to keep it within the boundaries of what we do. That's for sure. And we may choose to make fun of you, but not necessarily. It's not a guarantee. It's just you're not getting a blank check. You don't get to exist in a circumstance-free world.
As long as you do a good enough job, we'll leave you pretty much alone, I think.
1-800-947-3979. This is experimental. There might not be anybody who wants to do it.
Yeah, maybe not. I've got my timer ready, though.
I guarantee you.
Alex, will you give with your hand gesture, will you give a 5-second or something so we can...
Oh, yeah, I'll give the countdown so that you know when to hit the buzzer and hang up on them.
And I'll finish with a drop.
Okay.
It most likely will be the buzzer.
Yeah. Maybe it might call for something more specialized if they're...
Shut the f*** up!
Really
Shut up!
Shut up, dummy.
Are you ready to start?
Yeah.
The Free Beer and Hot Wings 30-second stump begins now. Tommy in New Jersey, hello.
Hey, good morning. I'm for Mitt Romney because I like less government. Ron Paul would do that, except he's bad on the war. He doesn't want to defend himself, and being on a prayer rug is not my idea of constitutional rights. He's also for ending the death tax. That would stimulate the economy. He wants to put the other tax cuts permanent. He wants to close the border. Other candidates will give amnesty. So less government, more freedom.
There you go. I thought Tommy did pretty well.
I think he did a pretty good job.
Whether you agree or disagree with the things he was saying, he sounded knowledgeable.
Yeah, he was very coherent, Tommy. Very well thought out. So
good start.
Very good start.
And by the way, they're putting on the phone screen who the person is going to support. Okay. So I will try to give a fair representation as they come in. But if all the calls are for one person or two people or whatever, then that's...
So that guy was a big Romney guy.
That's right.
Liked Romney. Okay.
Let us welcome Carrie in Pennsylvania. Hi, Carrie.
Hi. I'm saying Hillary because we've never had a woman in office. We've only had men. Look where it's got us. Let's try a woman, try something different, see if maybe she can clean everything up. That is my only point on her. I mean, obviously she has some other good qualities that I do like, but I think a nice change in office might be what this country needs. That's all I have to say.
Oops, no. That was time. Meant to hit time.
Okay. 30 seconds might be too much in some cases.
Okay, vote for Hillary just because she's a woman. That's what I got from that one.
Okay.
I'm going to need a little more than just because she's a woman.
So she can clean up this mess. That's what she said.
Yep. Look where guys have gotten us over 200 years of a fairly successful country.
At certain points along that history, the greatest country in the world.
Yeah. She made some awesome points there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, well.
This is Heather in Nashville. Hello, Heather.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Very good, thank you.
Well, I just left the polls, as a matter of fact, and I cast my vote for Ron Paul.
You did.
And as a libertarian, I'm a libertarian. Ron Paul is actually a libertarian in Republican clothing because of ballot access reasons. But he's in favor of less government, which means you get to keep more of your money, less taxation. And if we continue to vote for the same people all the time, we're going to get the same thing.
Why don't you go wash some dishes or get pregnant or something?
That was supposed to be a buzzer.
I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
Now, I have to say, I actually agree with a lot of what Heather's saying. And I wish Ron Paul had a better chance of being a true candidate. I'm just saying. I'm not saying you should vote for him because I said that. I'm just saying that I like what she's saying. I too, am a fan of smaller government and sort of the libertarian principle.
I don't think it was as good of an argument as vote for him because of his gender.
Vote for Ron Paul because he's a dude.
It was pretty good.
Let's see.
Now, wait a minute. Now, just for the record, we said we were going to be doing some C blocking on this deal.
We did.
So far, we haven't really done much blocking, but, we're critiquing people's stump speeches.
It's a comedy-based show.
Right.
So,
well, what we're doing, it's sort of like after the president does his State of the Union, there is a rebuttal. Ours is not a political rebuttal, but more of a rebuttal of your tactics.
Yeah, I mean, look at us as kind of like the James Carville and Mary Matlin kind of, breaking down the way somebody presented their case. That's all we're doing.
And we don't all agree on all of this politics stuff.
No,
there's a degree of spectrum in here. We all lean more conservative than liberal, but there's a decent chance that if it were Obama, I'd have a hard time not voting for him.
No. What we do usually agree on, though, is whether or not your argument is good or sucks.
I want to give someone else a try on Clinton, because I think we left some on the table for that one.
Okay.
Let's welcome Jody in St. Cloud. Hello, Jody.
Hi, this is Jody. I didn't know I was calling to support Clinton.
Okay, you can use your 30 seconds however you want.
Yeah.
All right. Well, first off, I think Clinton is I don't know what would be a decent word for her. But if she can't keep her husband happy, how the hell is she supposed to keep her country happy?
Yeah.
I would rather have a black man on table than I would a woman, because we'd be going to war every 28 days.
Yeah, those blacks. Yeah. What the hell's wrong with you, crazy lunatic?
I'd rather have a black than a woman. Thanks, Archie Bunker. What's Edith got to say about you calling the show?
I didn't even know what buttons to hit. I was so shocked.
I totally want to check in with Meathead.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. All right.
I would vote for him, but he's some kind of Jew. That's the next one. I was being facetious there, obviously.
Certainly.
947-3979. So far, the two that were labeled Clinton have not exactly been bellwethers for Hillary.
Yeah.
No minds have been changed.
Do more. Get to it.
Yeah.
Just a second. This is, let's give a different one here. This is Bijan. Hello, Bijan.
What's up?
Nothing. Go.
Everybody should vote for the Huckabee guy, because nobody has anything bad to say about him. Hello?
It's a 30-second stuff.
Yeah, we can't talk. It's yours.
Vote for me.
It's your forum.
Write me in, because I'm just a regular guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what everybody wants.
I think I'm going to abridge the 30 seconds.
Oh, 5
seconds.
Yeah.
Shh. I can't hear you.
It's okay. You're dumb. Well done,
So let's see. Vote for Huckabee, because no one has anything bad to say about him.
And vote for me.
Silence, vote for me.
What
Silence.
station was he listening to?
The Buzz.
He was on the Buzz.
Okay. I thought that was, I liked his concise attitude.
I can't believe that Ziggs is using the name Bijan now when he calls the show.
One of my,
do you believe that, Joe? Ziggs is going by his birth name, Bijan.
I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I love most about being on in Nashville, and this happens with some of the other places we're on, but it happens by far the most, and that is when someone calls and doesn't represent Nashville well, we'll get emails and calls from people saying, I don't want people to think that's what people from Nashville are like. Yeah. Whereas, like, if somebody from Grand Rapids calls and says something stupid, no one else calls and says that's not how people are. It's just a different. It's very funny.
Nashville's one of the finest American cities, and they don't like it when they look bad from when Ziggs calls the show.
Ziggs, the afternoon guy on the buzz. All right, are you ready for another Clinton try?
Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Definitely.
By the way, 2/3 of all the calls that have come in have been Clinton supporters. I've had to pick and choose to get other candidates on.
That?
Okay.
So as much as we throw Clinton under the bus,
well, it'd be nice to hear her get a good one.
Well, yeah.
The other ones were pretty good.
They were simple.
But
I still can't believe the one said, well, I guess I'd choose a black man over a woman.
She's a woman who worked in all the stereotypes of women and minorities.
I would have expected that from a dude, but I don't know.
I have never heard a more offensive call from a woman in my entire life, and it only took that woman 30 seconds to do it.
No, and we made it, and she didn't even need to use all her time. All right,
wow.
Let's try again. April in Nashville, hello.
Hey. My vote is for Hillary, not because she's a woman. She's got 27 years to back her up, and if anything goes wrong, she's got a husband that was a president. So I think between the two facts right there, that should help her get the vote.
Still have more time.
10 seconds.
10 seconds?
Yeah.
I think she's a pretty awesome lady. She holds herself very well. And like I said, she's got a lot to back.
All right.
I think that was a much better representation of Hillary.
It was terrible.
What was wrong with that one?
She has 27 years behind her.
Of what?
Of what? Of
well,
what?
She
living?
obviously meant government or public service. What do you think she meant? Spelunking?
Well, no, she's got about 3 years of public service.
You got to use your imagination a little bit here.
Well, she's only been a senator.
She didn't mean as a pyrotechnician.
She was a senator. She knows a president. What the hell does that mean? That was the dumbest argument I've heard yet.
No, it was not the dumbest argument you've heard.
If you listen to that last lady, you know she can't even keep her man happy.
That's amazing that she said things so offensive that we forgot the part about making your man happy. That is amazing.
Can't trust her because she's got a bad cooch.
She's like I think she thought she was at a roast.
Because everyone knows if a man cheats, it's the woman's fault.
Lisa Lampanelli checking in.
You can't vote for a woman who's too dry.
Jeez. All right, we got our first Obama-ite.
Oh, all right, good.
All right, good. Bring him up. Bring this person in.
Okay.
Welcome, John.
Hey, guys.
Hey, go.
Barack Obama.
Yeah.
For us, by us. We need to put him in office. Barack Obama. 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 Put him in office.
So, yeah.
How much time is
left? Well, the Democrats are bringing it very strong so
Yeah, they
far.
sure are.
Let me see. You came up with the name, you said that about 51 times, and the slogan from a sweatshirt, FUBU, for us, by us. That's great.
Yeah, yeah, as far as I'm aware.
All right.
I didn't give birth to Barack Obama.
So far, based on 30-second stump on our show, Ron Paul will be our next president because that's the only one that's tried to make a Romney.
Well, Romney was also
Romney
and
Jersey,
Paul.
who was with Romney.
What we can glean so far is that Republicans are smarter than Democrats.
It does sort of seem like it.
You know what? Also, we can glean is that it's frightening that these are the people that will prove the outcome of our election.
They have a vote. People who called can vote.
Let's see. I feel we've gotten at least one pretty good Clinton one.
Okay.
Whether you agree with it or not, at least it was reasoned.
That one was, there was some reasoning there. A little short on meat, but...
Let's give another try to Romney. This is Marie in Wisconsin. Hi, Marie. Go ahead.
Hello. Yes, I actually would vote for Romney, being that, one, he's not a Bible thumper. Two, he does have time in office, and, unlike Hillary, who's got 27 years of something, we're not entirely sure what exactly it is. He wants to keep our freedoms, and he doesn't want to tax us to death. Yes, we're still going to have to pay taxes, but he's going to make them worthwhile, make them work for us, and he's not trying to give us a blanket coverage of Medicare, which, based on other countries, does not work.
She got a little extra time there because I wasn't.
Yep.
I was
Got
distracted.
a second and a half of bonus time.
She sounded like she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah, she's thought this
I
through.
bet she
It
was
sounds
hot,
like.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mini skirt, no underwear.
1-800.
Probably, yeah.
947-3979.
That kind of describes most of Romney's supporters.
Right.
You know, short skirt. You know,
If you're just
hot to
tuning in,
trot.
here's what we're doing. We're doing the 30-second stump. We're not trying to convince anyone, but we are anxious to comment on the conversations of others.
Yes.
And so we're giving you 30 seconds to stump for the candidate of your choice, choosing it is Super Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a way to go. Okay, lots of states where the show is heard are voting. Others will be voting. Some have already voted, which means your opinions are probably pretty well formed at that point.
Yeah, we're still undecideds here, so, you know, we're looking for you to sort of guide us.
Mm-hmm. Let us welcome Rusty. Hello, Rusty.
What's going on, fellas? I would vote for Hillary Clinton based on one reason: her husband was in office and the national debt was paid down. I would agree with taxing us a little bit more. I know that sounds kind of backwards, but I'm sick of owing China and Saudi Arabia money. Second, she would end reckless spending on the military and try and balance the budget. That's kind of the Democratic way. I'd vote for her. I'm going to vote Democratic anyways, and I won't vote for a guy who won't salute our own flag. That's one of my main reasons for not voting for Barack Obama.
What was that last one?
He said,
They won't salute our own flag?
won't salute our own flag.
Don't know about that.
If someone could give us some explanation of that, if that is about the fact that he didn't wear that flag lapel pin on his chest when other candidates did, I think that would be kind of ridiculous. But maybe there's more to it than just that.
Yeah, I do not know.
All right, this candidate has some of the best internet buzz of any candidate. He's outpaced everyone in fundraising, outpaced at least expectations in fundraising. Welcome, Gus. Go ahead.
Morning, guys. Hey, Barack Obama, no, I'm not going to vote for him. Multiple reasons. But anyways, Ron Paul, that's who I want in office. He is very intelligent, although everybody makes him sound to be an idiot. If you listen to his political debates, dude is a freaking genius. The only downside to his campaign is his advertisers. They make him look like a dummy. He wants to assist America in shutting down the border.
Stop it!
Okay.
Seemed pretty well thought out on that one.
It did?
Yep.
Let's try Will in Tennessee. Hello, Will. Hello, Will. Will in Tennessee.
Go Will.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Will's time will be forfeited back to the Speaker of the House.
Yep.
Let's try Nate. Hello, Nate.
Hi, I'm stumping today for Barack Obama. Barack Obama is a very highly educated young man. He's done an amazing book called The Audacity of Hope. His maybe relative lack of experience in government actually could be a benefit in this case. He hasn't been a part of the wreckage that government bureaucracy can have on a person's psyche, and still has the hope and the confidence that hope can achieve change and make better things in America.
Shut the up, okay? Shut the up.
It's a harsh buzzer.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the buzzer. But.
I wish they used your drops in actual debates.
Oh my God!
Shut the up,
Mr. Governor. That's all your time, Mr. Governor.
Time you shut your cake hole, Yoko.
That'd be great. I want to give this person an exemption on the time limit. Brandon in Nashville joins us to explain the comment that Barack Obama will not support the flag. Can you explain that, Brandon?
Whenever they're doing any public presentations or anything like that, and it comes to say the Pledge of Allegiance, he absolutely refuses to salute the flag. He'll hang his head and put his hands down to his side.
What?
Whenever he was sworn into office, he refused to swear in on the Bible. He had them swear him in on the Koran instead.
I don't think this is true. I really don't. I think maybe I'll be wrong, and I'll be happy to apologize for looking the fool. But I don't think he was sworn in on a Koran.
Well,
can we verify that?
Well, if I'm wrong,
I doubt it.
I've actually seen where he will actually refuse
to
Something tells me that if this
salute
were true,
flag.
we would have heard about it a long time ago.
This seems like that internet forward that was going around that, did you know that Barack Obama is a Muslim? That kind of thing. So, all right. Thank you, Brandon. Brandon may be right. If he is, I apologize. I'm certainly not trying to, but.
I'd never heard that.
Never heard it seems like that would have come up before now.
Yeah.
Is there anything about it, Hot Wings? I don't even know where you'd look.
I looked up Barack Obama salute.
Mm-hmm.
Let me bring back the one that I had. I tried to go to like Wiki Answers, but nothing comes up, even though it says there's a link for it. But this one is trutherfiction.com, so I don't know what the credibility is of it, though it seems to make sense. It says a picture of Senator Barack Obama, Governor Bill Richardson, Senator Hillary Clinton, and one other person, all on a platform and backed by an American flag. The rumor is that the national anthem was being played at the time, and that all but Senator Obama saluted.
Mm-hmm.
It says true.
Saluted like hand over heart?
Yeah, they all have their hand over their heart, so it's not actually a salute.
Yeah,
unless that's what they consider saluting the flag, but I just say putting my hand on my heart. Says the picture is authentic. It was published in Time magazine and was taken 9/16/07 at an event in Indianola, Iowa, where 6 Democratic presidential candidates appeared. It was Senator Tom Harkin's annual meet and greet. The 4th person in the picture is Senator Harkin's wife, Ruth. Not seen in the picture are 3 other candidates who were standing out of view on the right side of the podium: Chris Dodd, John Edwards, Joe Biden. At question is what was going on with Senator Obama. His critics are circulating the picture and saying he is not respecting the flag or the national anthem, especially since the protocol, according to the United States Flag Code, is that civilians should have their right hands over their hearts and that they should be facing the flag.
Mm-hmm.
His supporters are saying that this little lapse should not be held against him, since there have been plenty of other events at which he has saluted the flag, so it does not mean that he would, in principle, avoid doing it. Some supporters have suggested that perhaps the picture does not tell the whole story and that he may have raised his hand shortly after it was taken.
That could easily be the case.
In an ABC News video, however, shows that Senator Obama did not salute at any time during the anthem and that everybody else on the platform did.
Wow.
A spokesperson for the senator told Fox News that it was ridiculous to suggest that Obama was making any kind of statement, and sometimes, quote, he does and sometimes he doesn't place his hand over his heart during the national anthem.
I can tell you that I don't put my hand over my heart during the national anthem. I will stare and pay respects to the flag.
I do most of the time.
You put your hand over your heart?
But I'm not a candidate either for president.
True.
And when everyone on the stage is doing it and you're not,
you better jump in line.
It makes you look a little, childish almost compared to everybody else, you know.
Or it makes it look like you're trying to make a statement.
Or that you just, don't care.
Now, what about the Quran thing?
I don't
know. I suspect that is false.
I understand that if it were true. I mean, I understand their country is built on Christian principles, but I mean,
I don't think that's true.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, ultimately, that would not be my decision maker.
Look that up on Snopes.
Let's see. Let's try Clinton. This is Kevin in Nashville. Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Go ahead. You have 30 seconds.
Well, basically, I'd like to say, first of all, that I think America needs to go back to our original issues on religion, and our country was founded under God, and he did not swear in on the Bible. He swore in on the Quran.
Okay, maybe
as far
that's
as
true.
the information I received. Mm-hmm. Now, and that's one of my deciding factors for sure, because I do base my beliefs on our country, which was founded on these beliefs. And I am going to vote Democrat, so that leaves.
If you love the Bible so much, why don't you marry it?
His was fairly well reasoned.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I would like to know if he was sworn in with the Quran or not. I'm afraid that is the end of our 30-second stump for now.
No!
I think maybe we'll come back to it a little bit later. We can do more next break, and Joe can spin his wheel later. I don't have a problem with that. Let's do that. We'll do more of the 30-second stump.
I like it.
How
do you think?
Yeah, I like it too.
Listener.
Free Beer and Hot Wings Show with free beer.
It was really great being the only kid who didn't know how to swim, so I could stand fully clothed next to everyone else at swimming parties when we were in high school. Everyone else is top of the field, and I'm standing over by the Doritos going, anybody need a soda?
Oh, my God. You go to pool parties and just stand there?
There in your Coca-Cola sweatshirt?
I would talk to the fat girl who wouldn't take a towel off.
Hey, Cindy, I'll just be over here talking to your mom.
You hear the new one from Biz Markie?
I would have been more likely to say Randy Travis.
Yeah, I love the new one from Aaron Tippin.
I really like this Vern Gosden.
So my dad introduced me to this hot new artist, Vern Gosden.
Now, back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show, best of edition. The guys are still on vacation. Coming up later on this hour, Zane's wife had a little bit of confusion with the male anatomy. Also, listeners were calling in to tell us what their special skills were, but we're going to pick up at the beginning of this hour here where we left off last hour, the second part of 30-second stump from the listeners.
Presidential election. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
We don't want to turn into the Hannity and Colmes show or anything like that.
And debates and argue and BS like that. Screw you.
But it is kind of fun to hear different perspectives and stuff, and I really am pretty undecided.
Man, it drives me crazy, though. I think the one thing that really annoys me is when people base their opinions on internet forwards that are patently false.
Okay.
And speaking most notably about Barack Obama, although I've seen ones for all of them. John McCain, Mitt Romney, Hillary Clinton, things that are false.
What's the background of this latest one?
And we were talking about, this came up in the 30-second stump, where people are allowed, we're encouraging listeners to come in and or call in, and they get 30 seconds on behalf of their candidate. And a couple callers had said that they wouldn't vote for Barack because he doesn't support the flag, and he's going to get sworn in on a Quran.
They actually did say it in their 30 seconds. That the one guy specifically did. He said both those things.
Yes.
And I'm no fan of Barack, so I'm not doing this just to defend him, but I am trying to defend truth.
I would say that, just guessing based on what I know of Hot Wings, the only person you would vote for Barack against is if he was running against Hillary.
Probably.
And even then, it's kind of a push for you.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of either of them in this particular case.
So,
but anyway,
let's set the record straight here. That guy said that, and what has actually happened?
It's completely false. It's a mistaken reference to a different politician. There's a congressman from Minnesota named Keith Ellison who did, in fact, get sworn in on a Quran. At some point, he converted to Islam, but not Barack Obama. He's actually been... he describes himself as a Christian, and that he's rooted in the Christian tradition. I think he's been part of some church for a long time. So
that's a...
now I'm going to find it. There's a lot of info on it, because there's a lot of things about Obama, because the whole thing is that he's a radical Muslim.
I have a feeling that the guy that called in that tidbit of false information would not be swayed, even though you just found out more.
I bet you're right. You know, it was interesting.
That's too bad.
They did a 2020 on Brian Ross did a 2020 on dirty election tricks, and they focused on what was being done. It was right before the Iowa caucus, and it was stunning, the stuff that goes on. They call them push polls. Like, you might get a call. This may happen at your house for the presidential election. And it's all the questions are formed in a way that makes you. It sounds like you're doing a poll. It tricks you into thinking that you're doing just a poll to get your opinion.
With an independent person who's trying to find out trends.
But really, all of the questions are ways of stating the position of the opponent against your own candidate. And
very dirty.
They're paid for by a candidate. I mean, to me, that's dirty. Absolutely dirty.
Very
and
dirty.
They each of these campaign teams has a team of people whose job it is to go over every soundbite, and it's their job to take it out of context. The way we do. It's their job to do things like this. If Zane was running for election, we'd say, would you vote for a guy who said this?
Eric's gay. That's right. I'm bent over at the rest stop. That's what happened. He's gay, and you're voting for him.
I mean, it's just like when we did our commercials that time, you know. And so each of these election campaigns had that job, and it was revealed that email that we're talking about, that one that goes around about Barack, he's a radical Muslim and he doesn't support the flag, was started by the Hillary campaign, and my outrage was only even more when they started revealing, I don't remember exactly what it was, that the Obama campaign is just as damn bad as Clinton. They have started stuff on the internet that's also not true. All of them have. They had something about every major candidate on the Republican and the Democratic side that made me go, there is no good person running. Every one of them had blatantly, there was one of, I think it was one of the Republicans. I don't want to guess which one because I don't want to get it wrong, but they told a lie, and then they had video of them being told the truth by a nonpartisan source, like Chris Matthews or Tim Russert, someone with credibility, and then they showed the next day, that person repeating the exact same lie they had been told wasn't true, even though on the show where they were confronted with the truth, they said, oh, well, we'll have to double check that and make sure, because we want to make sure we're speaking only in the facts. And the next day, they're back out telling the same lie.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
All right.
But I'm with you, Hot Wings, that kind of stuff. But meanwhile, 30-second stump. We'll let you can do what you want. If it's something we know to be false, we'll try to fix it. Otherwise, it's all on you.
Yep.
Any candidate. Let's start with one that hasn't gotten a lot of attention so far, and that is from Tim in Ludington. Here you go, Tim. 30 seconds.
Hey, gang, how's it going?
Great.
Hey, you guys should have everybody check the issues, because the uneducated voter is the one that's really the problem in the United States. But anyway, Mike Huckabee is the guy that wants to incorporate the fair tax, meaning the poor pays 23% and the rich pays 23%. Everybody pays 23%, which is a good deal. He wants to take immigration to the fact where anybody that's illegal goes out of the United States and have to get back in line to come back in.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's his plug for Huckabee.
There you go.
Huckabee and this guy's candidate have had some real issues with each other lately. Let's welcome Rich in Tennessee. Rich?
Hey, Viva Jesus, saying, against Hillary and Obama, both of them to support partial birth abortion, which is nothing more than murder of a child. It's basically a procedure where a child is delivered breech in the third trimester, and right before the head comes out of the birth canal, a tool is inserted to suck the brains out, and then a dead child is delivered. I absolutely cannot vote for a candidate that supports that. Mitt Romney is my candidate. He's the most conservative, has the most conservative stances. He's proven record of running
Yeah, chew on that. So that's the big issue for that guy, I guess.
Well, for a lot of people.
For a lot of people,
issue.
But definitely for him.
But for the three of us, we'll choose to not weigh in on that one.
Yuck. Well, it does sound awful.
It wouldn't be my favorite thing.
No.
Dave in New York. Hi, Dave. You have 30 seconds.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Great.
I just wanted to say that I really don't support Hillary at all. She was one that was originally for universal health care, which would have been a great thing, but she was bought out because she's not a very good candidate. She's easily bought out. She's got skewed votes. I really support Barack Obama, and even if the Koran thing were true, I would support him even more for that. Our country was founded on the basis of freedom of religion, and I think if somebody, even our president, could show that that's actually true to this day.
There you go. I'm not sure Hillary was bought out about, that was one of the myths that was actually spread about her, was that somehow medical companies bought her out and paid her to stop pushing for universal health care.
Well, they've all been bought. I mean, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So, that's not an issue.
1-800-947-3979. Kurt in Nashville, go ahead. Kurt?
Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing? First, I want to say Barack Obama, no experience. It's like the girl in high school you're trying to get with, and she's only had her boobs filled. It's not going to work. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, she got way too much experience. You don't want to touch that. I don't want to vote for any of them. I want to vote Hot Wings for president, and that's what I think. Y'all have a good morning.
There you go, Hot Wings.
Yay! I've got to tell you, that was the perfect answer.
That's the smartest man in America right there. I love that guy.
Oh, this is getting better by the second.
Andy, welcome. You have 30 seconds. Andy?
Yeah.
All right, we'll give your 30 seconds to someone else. Oh, maybe I hit the wrong one. Hello, Andy.
Hello?
You have 30 seconds.
Begin.
All right. I think that everybody should vote for Hillary because this country faces a lot of problems, such as overpopulation. Hillary eats dead babies to fill the void where her womb should be. I agree with the last guy that everybody should vote for Hot Wings. That is all.
That is all.
Thank you.
That is all.
I agree. If it is true, in fact, that she eats babies and has no uterus, people should vote for me. I like that.
That is all.
I just became eligible. So,
you did, yeah.
So
You just
I got that
became
going
eligible in November.
Yeah, I've just become old enough to run for president.
What an idea. A radio guy running for president.
Hey,
Morning
Zoo.
So nutty.
Yeah. It would be unheard of. It would be like the freshest idea ever.
You know who we haven't had?
It would be fresh.
Do you know who we haven't had anyone campaign for? McCain.
No,
There's
not yet.
been not one call of support for McCain. I don't want people to think that we also haven't gotten the Kucinich.
Well, he's out.
He's out.
So
Jenny is kicking out the people who want to talk about McCain because she can't spell it.
Because she got criticized earlier because she spelled McCain M-A-K-A-N-E.
It is one of the toughest names in America to spell.
We got to be fair. Let's get some McCain supporters.
1-800-947-3979. You can email freebeerandhotwings@hotmail.com. We'll get just a few more here. This is Wendy in Nashville for Mitt. Hello, Wendy. Go ahead.
Hi, guys. The person that I'm voting for is Mitt Romney. I have looked at McCain's record. However, he seems more liberal than conservative. Mitt Romney has really shown that he plans to help increase the military, but also, more importantly, increase the benefits of the military. I was military for 7 years, and now I'm married to a man that is a soldier who's done 3 tours in Iraq. So this is something that is important to my family, is making sure.
All right. 30-second stump. You get 30 seconds to stump for the candidate of your
She
choosing.
did pretty good.
Yeah, I thought she did a nice job.
She sounded very bright.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get
30 more.
Or 30.
Mm-hmm.
This is John. Hello, John. You have 30 seconds.
Hey, I wanted to call for Hillary. I mean, so far you've had somebody say vote for her because she's a woman, because she's not black, because she's a cannibal. Those are dumb ideas. The real reason is Hillary is by far the most realistic android our scientists have ever created. Her emotion module is functioning well. We saw that in New Hampshire. And the programmers assure us that they'll have 99% of the evil out of her code by Election Day. So vote Hillary.
Oh, that was great.
That was
with time to spare.
That was well done.
I wanted to give him extra time, and he didn't need it.
It didn't.
Emotion module. It's functioning.
She's the most realistic android scientists have ever created.
Jameson for McCain. Hello, Jameson.
Hey, there it is.
30
Hey,
seconds.
good morning, Kaboobie.
Kaboobie.
Just wanted to say vote for John McCain because when he was a POW in Vietnam, his father and grandfather were both admirals in the Navy, and they wanted to release him because of that. And he said, no, not until you release the rest of the people that I'm with. So he was in there for, I don't know exactly how many years, but for anybody with that willpower and strong military presence, I think that's the guy for the job.
All right.
There you go. With a second to spare, he actually wrapped himself up. It was like a dinner
he
speech.
did.
Dude, I can't believe he was like a prisoner of war. He was tortured.
Yeah, it was. I think it was 7 years. If memory
It was a long
serves me.
time.
It was a long time.
Mm-hmm. All right. I believe this may be the last one. It depends on how it goes. Okay. You know how it is.
All right. Yeah.
This is Troy in Nashville. Troy, you have 30 seconds for Obama.
Hello?
Go ahead, Troy.
All right, I'm going to tell you that I'm voting for Barack Obama. I'm going to set the record straight. The reason he doesn't support the flag is that he's Church of Christ. I know a lot of Church of Christ from Tennessee, and they just don't do that, nor they say the Pledge of Allegiance. First, I think he's okay. He'll bring an outside view because he was raised in Indonesia, born in China, born in Hawaii. So I believe that he'll actually bring a decent outside view to America instead of this inside.
There you go. I don't know if the Church of Christ part is true. It seems legit. There are certain members of Christianity that choose not to.
Yeah, that is true from what I can glean from Snopes, that
All
he
right.
is a member of the United Church of Christ since the mid-'80s.
We have one more that has not been represented so far.
Okay.
David, you have 30 seconds for undecided. Go ahead.
Awesome. Getting info off of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. You know, that's a real big one. But voting undecided or none of the above, you know, and then if you get a majority, you know, it would go to the Supreme Court, and it would show how crappy the system is, you know, because people are voting for things, but then they hate them on other issues, and then they're voting against people, you know, voting for someone just because they hate somebody else. And then, you know, to get all the media coverage showing, you know, all these percentages of, you know, under...
Shut up, dummy.
Well said.
That was a good one to end on.
Yeah, that was good.
Shut the up! Bet no one is listening who's made a new decision on who their candidate is as a result of the last 45 minutes. I have to say, though, I was greatly entertained by it. I was very interested in hearing the extremely wide variety of opinions.
I think based on this, my popularity has quite shot up in the polls nationally.
It has.
That was part 2 of the 30-second stump, giving listeners the chance to try to sway our opinion on the candidate of their choice from a couple of years ago, right around election time. Coming up in the next break, Zane's wife had a little bit of trouble with the male anatomy. She wasn't really exactly sure about the makeup of what makes up.
Check out the show on Facebook and Twitter. Do it at freebeerandhotwings.com.
Back on the Free Beer and Hot Wings show, the segment right here on the Best Of show, Zane told us one day about his wife's confusion with the male anatomy.
I have been telling you for the past 40 minutes, 50 minutes, about a problem with my wife, that she is so confused about the male anatomy that I couldn't believe it. And all she did was laugh in my face because she couldn't believe it. She was incredulous. My son was working out with the medicine ball, doing like sit-ups or something, and my wife happened to be walking across the room, and she heard him go, "Ow!" And she goes, "What happened?" He goes, "Well, I dropped the medicine ball right on my sack."
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Which one?" Yeah.
Which
one? He goes, "Well, what do you mean, which one?" "Well, don't you have 2, one for each nut?"
Impossible.
And then I happen to walk in the room, and he goes, "Yeah, Mom thinks I got 2 sacks." I go, "What?" And she's laughing with her hand over her face. And I go, what do you, she goes, "Yeah, don't you have 2, one for each of the boys?" I go, "No." And she goes, and then I look at her funny, like, "How can you not know that? You've given me a cup fest a time or two."
Mm-hmm.
There's been various cupping situations
Sure.
where...
I think it would be near impossible for someone who's been married that long to not know, unless it was the Victorian age and,
So she thought that the dude has 2 sacks.
Mm-hmm. And
that
they
hang
swing
down
freely independent of each other?
Yeah, like speed bags.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we get her on the phone, what's going through your mind, Hot Wings, about this whole deal?
Well,
Yeah, and she's on hold, by the way.
I guess I could only understand that if she confused sack with ball.
No, but she knew the sack
but
housed the ball.
But, otherwise, I don't really know.
I could understand it if she was from another planet and only had heard about these crazy things, but...
Yeah.
No, she's had kids. She's been face first to him.
Wow. I just said it that way.
Yeah, well.
I'm serious about my testicles.
Maybe her explanation.
Oh, yeah, good. Here we go.
Hello, Diana.
Hello.
Now, I have not had any interaction with you about this other than you laughing in my face, yes?
Right.
I think our first question would be, did you hear how your husband explained what happened?
I did.
Was that accurate?
Off base a little bit, but
Okay. How?
Okay,
How was
well,
that?
That's normal.
What did I say that didn't sound correct?
well, what happened was I threw the ball at Jimmy for him to catch it,
Mm-hmm.
or something, and I go, "Ooh, I almost got you in the ball sacks," and he said that would be sack.
Okay, so he corrected you.
Okay,
All right.
I see.
Well, that's a minor detail, but anyway.
Okay, all right.
So,
anyway.
But I think the most important thing is this.
So-
was Zane accurate when he indicated that you thought there was not 1 but 2 sacks?
Yes, he is correct.
I almost got you in the ball sacks, she says. And my son goes, "You mean sack?" I love the fact that he corrected you.
And then you walk in and I go, "Do you have 1 or 2?" You look at me like I had 2 heads.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I went, well, 1. And you acting confused. Now, what I couldn't say to him, and is he sitting right there?
No, he's already gone.
All right. Listening. He'll hear about this later. You're laughing in my face, and I was like saying, wait a minute. You've been on the business end of that before. How could you not know?
No, is it possible that Eric is somehow deformed? Is that what we're learning?
Wait a minute.
Maybe you're the only one.
I will take off my pants and show you my sack right now.
I don't want that.
I don't
It
either.
It is a normal. Sacks.
No, I think there could be some truth to that, because maybe he's so baggy it looks like two. I don't know.
Well, it's probably hard to see through all the gray hair.
Yeah. I mean, it's possible that he has some sort of weird shadowy treasure trail that encircles them or something.
That's what I'm thinking, because I don't know.
Yeah, probably. I would put this on him.
Oh, wait a minute.
Looks like a couple of upside-down troll hats.
Thank you, boys, because it is.
Sure.
I think
he's deformed.
I think there is some deformity. I think there's too much skin or something. He's hanging too low, and it looks like two.
Wait a second here. I did not anticipate this.
So it's not my fault.
I don't know.
That's the only thing I've known for the last 20 years.
Wait a minute.
You have to understand.
How could you possibly screw that up? There have been instances where you treated those like a Jolly Rancher.
Oh my God.
No.
Yeah.
Now, the thing is, though, Diana, you have to understand that this is as amazing to us as if Zane had come in and said, hey, my wife is thinking about getting a boob job, and he actually thought there was just one. It seems remarkably impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well,
wait a second here. Before you blame me, you've had other boyfriends.
No.
And you went to college. And
Obviously, we talk about the penis, not how many ball sacks you have.
That's absurd. That is absolutely covered at some point. How the hell can you be...
Honey, yours aren't. You have two.
No, I do not have two sacks.
Show Joe.
Yeah. Joe, that's part... we never talked about it because it never came up, but that is part of your job description. When there is a anatomy query, you have to be the investigator.
You have to count testy satchels. That's part of your job as producer.
No, you show the intern with the pink shirt on.
Yeah. Who's just here. He doesn't even work here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is the worst.
It's pretty remarkable.
I didn't anticipate this somehow being turned on me.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever, Diana, have you ever seen
Yeah, have you ever seen a porno?
A porno?
Well,
I know you have.
Mm-hmm.
I see pictures, but...
Oh.
And then it looks like one because it's tight. I'm telling you. He's
Zane apparently has danglers.
No kidding.
Knee knockers.
No kidding. Well, this has been very enlightening.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I hate this.
Diana, thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah, so apparently
You're welcome, honey. Now go take your pants off.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
Just F off.
So apparently the onus is off her and on you now, I guess.
No kidding.
I guess.
So you're deformed in some manner.
We've run over one of those things when you're riding your scooter and they're hanging down there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You hit your sacks.
Mm-hmm.
So she thought he had them that way. So you mean to tell me if she thinks that that doesn't make any sense.
What about all the times she changed his diaper? I mean, that's a pretty front row seat right there.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think she had enough time to think about this, and she formulated a crazy story. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I know I have a normal sack.
You don't have a droopy one?
No.
Mm-hmm.
No more droopy than yours or Hot Wings.
Really? Okay.
If you want, I will compare sacks with you.
No.
I'm not concerned about mine.
No.
Well, I know, but just
I already know what
we'll
mine
do,
looks like.
it'll be a double blind. We'll get Kurt Busch.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll put our waists only. Well, actually, it'll be like a glory hole. We'll dangle our paraphernalia through the hole.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And Kurt Busch will decide whether or not the sacks look the same.
He would know whose it was because yours would be hitting carpet.
That's what I'm
yours
saying.
Would be really low.
I'm telling you, it's not. And it would look the same.
Mm-hmm.
It would look absolutely the same. I am confident that a double-blind sack study with Kurt Busch would reveal that she is full of it. Mm-hmm. Man, sacks.
Can you reach the bottom of them with your tiny arms, or do you have to like pull it up like Rapunzel's hair?
No, I'm telling you, she's making it up. It is completely appropriate. My sack is a normal sack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe she thought there were two.
Yeah, that's...
Because even if, let's be honest, even if yours does hang down extraordinarily low, it wouldn't look like two. That wouldn't make it two, it would just make it
I never thought I'd use this on my wife.
You dumb slut.
I'm stupid.
You never thought you'd use those in that manner? I think you have used those in that manner.
This is Adam. Hello, Adam.
Hey, how's it going?
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
I've totally got Zane's back. Zane, do you have even like a pet, a dog, a cat, anything?
Yeah, dogs.
Okay, and so she hasn't seen that your dog doesn't have multiple sacks hanging either? I mean, everything's got one sack.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know how she fell off the side of the earth on this theory of hers. Mm-hmm. Your sacks.
Man, defense mechanism.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Even just if she had never seen them, I'm sure there are people listening who have never seen one, but they probably know there's only one. Because
it's called the scrotum.
Right.
Yeah,
it's not called the man's scrotums.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of like getting punched in the noses.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Exactly.
Zane's wife's confusion with the male anatomy is still shocking to this day that she did not understand that there were not multiple sacks. Coming up in the next segment, listeners were calling in to tell us what their special skills were, and a lot of interesting ones.
Back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. FreeBeerandHotWings.com is the website. The segment here, listeners calling in to talk about special skills that they possess.
We've got somebody on the line. Let's welcome Randy. Hi, Randy.
How are we doing, guys?
Hey,
very good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. What are you calling for, Randy?
I was just seeing if you guys would be interested. I have a friend. She's also hot, and she has a hot voice.
Okay.
And if you get her drunk, she has a Maryland voice because she's from Maryland.
Okay.
But she has a unique talent. She can spell back to you what you say to her, like a whole sentence.
Only when she's drunk?
No, anytime.
So she can spell words?
Backwards.
Right,
but at the drop of a hat. So if you tell her a sentence, she'll spell it back to you backwards?
That's right.
Okay, let us welcome, this is your friend Katie. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
Now,
Hi, Katie.
Hi, Randy.
Okay. Katie, I'm going to give you a try. I just happen to have a news story in front of me that I can read a little bit from. Is that okay?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, does it matter how many words we use?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll read you the opening sentence of this paragraph. Okay? If you've ever gone on vacation to an exotic location and come home with a bad case of diarrhea, then I've got some great news for you.
Okay. UYROFSWENTAERG EMOSTOGEVI. This is longer than normal.
Yeah, you know what? That was a very long sentence. Can we maybe test your? We'll test you at a more tempered pace and give you a shorter sentence. How does that sound?
That's great.
Yeah, maybe just shorter. 10 words.
Okay.
Okay.
Gives her an encyclopedia.
I asked how long, and she said doesn't matter.
He reads her War and Peace.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a really long
I
article.
my coffee. I just woke up.
All right, let's forget that happened. We're going to start over.
Okay.
This Australian ad for flu shots shows what a sneeze looks like in slow motion.
Okay, NOITOMWOLSNIEKILEZENSATHW SWOHS.
See, now you're only running out because the sentence was too long, but you've gotten it all right so far. You probably don't remember the first few words of the sentence, I'm guessing.
This Australian ad was the first part, was that?
This Australian ad for flu is the part that you haven't spelled backwards yet.
Okay. This
Australian ad for flu. ULF, ROF, DA, NEILERTSUA, SIHC.
What the hell is going on?
Because at first thought now let me say, Katie, that's very impressive. When I first saw it, I went, well, everybody can spell backwards, but not at that pace. Not at that quickness.
Hold on a minute.
And not without writing it down or thinking it through. I'm just, Hot Wings.
No, she doesn't write it. She doesn't write it down.
No, I believe you.
Okay,
she couldn't have done it. Just as an example.
Sitting right at the bar with us.
Hot Wings, spell nation backwards.
Nation.
See, she did it in 1 second while Hot Wings, you were still considering it.
Katie?
And it would have been the same for any of us.
Katie, spell this backwards.
What's that?
Spell this backwards. The Lions win the Super Bowl.
Okay. LWOVRAPUSEHTSNOILEHT.
Okay, you missed the word win, but...
Oh, NIW.
No, she left it out on purpose.
it doesn't compute.
It doesn't make sense.
Implausible.
Oh, yeah.
She fixed your syntax error.
That's because she's a Ravens fan.
Katie, how does this happen?
Yeah, what's going on with you?
I don't know. In school, I just couldn't really pay attention. I had to spell everything backwards, as the teacher said, and so since then I've just won a couple pictures over it, and it hasn't really done too much for me.
So the teacher would be talking, and you'd be daydreaming, spelling things backwards that she said?
Much.
It's like a weird form of OCD or something like that.
I guess. I know. I wish there was some talent for it, because there's nothing else I'm this good at that's useful.
So you're saying in your head, whenever you hear things, you're always spelling backwards.
I hear it, like I repeat it forwards, and then like kind of break it up in segments. And like the first sentence was I couldn't really remember the first part.
Yeah, it was too long.
It was too long. Too long. So
7-word sentence, then I have no problem.
So what if you're like getting intimate with somebody and they say a 5-word sentence, something very lascivious that happens only during lovemaking?
Okay, I don't have any trouble there. It's competition in sports. Then right before the game, or right before a job interview, any kind of anxious moment, but not
really?
lovemaking.
That's very funny.
Yeah, don't ever play poker with her.
Well, yeah, I mean, no doubt you can count cards.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable thing. Have you ever told a doctor about it? Not that it would be a problem.
No, I think I first mentioned it to my parents when I was like going around to colleges, and it just happened to come up. I guess I just never thought it was a big deal. I don't know.
Now, is this something that just came absolutely naturally, or is this you've gotten so good at it because you've done it for so long?
No, I don't practice it. I mean, there was times when I had to. Like, in my mind, I was just like, I had to repeat everything.
Yeah, that's OCD for sure.
But I can just do it when I need to now.
Wow. Man.
Well, Katie, that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, no doubt. That's cool that you both called and got you on the line at the same time.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Katie.
Okay.
Well
Bye,
done.
Katie.
All right, you guys.
Bye, Randy.
See ya.
That was something. When I saw it on the call screen, I'm like, well, I don't know.
I know it. And then Freeberg goes, a government watchdog has launched almost 20 criminal investigations related to the $700 billion financial bailout program, according to a report to Congress to be released today. Neil Borofsky, the Special Inspector General for the Rescue Program, says in the report that the probe involves possible public corruption, corporate stock and tax fraud, insider trading, and mortgage fraud. Go!
D.
No, you didn't do it.
Well, it's a little long. Wasn't really ready to provide the sentence. Just grabbed anything.
God, that was so funny.
Read a sentence, and in my head I went, yeah, that's pretty long.
That's so funny because when she said that, I go, I'll write down like just some stupid example, and then
C-spot run.
So I wrote, I enjoy driving cars in the summer. And Free Bear goes, I'm good. Okay, I got a sentence for you. And I go, okay, God, I don't even need mine.
I did ask.
And mine was like super dumb simple. She could have done it in 1 second, and Free Bear's was really long. So either one of us, I guess, was probably, I wouldn't be stretching her abilities. But
even on the one that I did ask her, she got
quite a long way before she
Yeah.
forgot how the hell the sentence started.
Even a 5-word sentence to me is impressive, and how quickly she drops that.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing. I always thought it was neat because I could write words like upside down.
Let me test you guys. Let's see if you can do it. I'll give you each a word that you know how to spell forwards.
A word.
Yes, one word,
right.
and see how long it takes you to spell it backwards. Because I don't think I can do it. I think I'd have to.
I have a hard time
really
doing
think
that.
it through. Okay, Hot Wings, organize.
Oh, jeez. Okay. E. I don't know.
15 seconds in, and you gave up.
That blows my mind.
And organizes, is it? I'm terrible at spelling these days. O-R-G-A?
Yeah, it is.
And you said you would have been spelling it O-R-G-I the way you were doing it.
Yeah, and that's a word I can spell easily forward, but...
Joe, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Or Zane, do you want to go first?
I'll go.
All right, Joe.
That's fine. Yeah.
Time to see what Joliet Middle School's 8th grade education will provide.
Skokie.
Hamburger.
R-E-G. R-U-B-M-A-H.
Yes!
Sweet.
18 seconds.
It's hard, though.
You got it.
It's way hard. You think you're repeating letters and all kinds of crazy weirdness.
Yeah.
It goes against everything you've learned.
9 letters. It took 18 seconds. It's amazing because you have to keep going back. It's like doing the alphabet backward.
Yeah.
And you have to kind of do the song and you go, okay, and then sort of redo it.
Eric Zane, you ready?
No, but go ahead.
Calendar.
R-E-D-N-E-L-A-C.
Yes, and fastest. Yeah. That was impressive.
Did you say R-E-D at the end? Or I mean to start?
Yes.
Because it's D-A-R, I think. Is how
it is?
Spell calendar.
Oh, then Eric and I both spelled calendar
I
wrong.
spelled calendar wrong. It's calendar. It's like written like calendar.
Yeah.
I did it like der. Calendar.
I can't spell the words forwards. Fact. Not good. Okay, so that was impressive.
In hindsight, I am floored by her ability.
She did it very fast.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, that really is.
If you're just tuned in, that conversation started with a woman who you could read a sentence to her or say a sentence to her, and she could spell it backwards back to you. Pretty impressive. So we want to know if anybody else listening has a special skill like that, something that you can't exactly take on the road, but you could impress people at the bar with. And we'll get to those calls.
What a ridiculous yet useless special skill that woman had, being able to spell pretty much any sentence backwards that she hears. That, as you heard Free Beer say, we're going to take more calls on listeners' special skills. That'll be coming up.
This is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
Do you have any idea how annoying it is over the last 2 years to have this station beaten in morning drive by the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show?
Well, I guess they like them a little better. What can I tell you?
At least I've heard of them.
So you're gonna now beat Free Beer and Hot Wings.
Not off the bat. We're starting.
There's no offense, but you're not. Because you're the PD. You can't do it. And who's the dope laughing in the background? What have you done with your stupid career, dope?
Now, back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
What a C-punch.
That was great.
That has to be in an intro.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. FreeBeerandHotWings.com is the website. Steve at FreeBeerandHotWings.com to email me directly while we're doing these best of shows while the guys are on vacation. Back live on Monday. Zane and I headed down to Florida for the AT Marathon weekend. That's actually this weekend. If you want to help us out, go to FreeBeerandHotWings.com. Click there's a logo in the slideshow for the AT Children's Project. Always taking donations for the AT Children's Project. They're kind of a charity that we've been working with for quite a number of years here, and very near and dear to our hearts. These kids go through a lot of stuff that they should not have to go through, so we're always trying to raise money for them. All you have to do, click on that link in the slideshow, and then click on any member of Team Free Beer and Hot Wings and donate a couple bucks. It's greatly appreciated. The problem is AT is a very rare disease, so they don't get a lot of funding. So it's grassroots efforts like this that'll really help them out. Anything you can do is greatly appreciated. Coming up later on this hour in the Best of show, classic producer Joe stunt that was sent in by request. Also, an interview with Christina Applegate, and there was a pretty big free beer fail. Actually, it wasn't really a fail. The wheels just kind of fell off right in the middle of that segment. This first segment here of the hour, though, we're going to pick up where we left off last hour, talking about listeners and their special skills.
In the last segment, we played the audio of a woman from the capital region of New York who called in, and her friend called in. I think he kind of talked her into calling in and said, well, if you call in, I'll call in. He kind of set it up, and it was great.
Her ability.
You could read her a sentence, and she could spell it back to you quickly, and we tried it with just one word. It was,
backwards. Spell it backwards.
Yeah.
Back to you.
And just trying it with just one word.
Yeah. And
very difficult.
She could do it about as fast as I'm guessing I could do it while looking at the letters, doing them backward off of a sentence.
It would go like this. Like if I was reading her this headline from the USA Today about immunization, and I said, okay, here we go. Finally, hope on horizon for a childhood curse. She would go, ESRUCDOOHDLIHCAROF, and then just that quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, there would be no pause.
It was amazing. I mean, that was what a hell of a skill that is.
I think she's possessed. I think it's devil is what it is.
No way. She's genius.
We're looking for your special skills. Eric in Nashville joins us. Hi, Eric.
Hi.
Do you have a special skill?
It's kind of like that lady. I can immediately convert words into numbers, like how A is 1 and Z would be 26. Like free beer and hot wings at 6, 18, 5, 5, 18, 2, 5, 5, 18, 8, 15, 20, 23, 9, 14, 7, 19.
My God, what are you, a wind talker? I mean, do you like break codes for the government?
Did you sit down at some point to try and memorize?
No, I just acquire a useless skill. But the funny thing is, I'm in the Marines, and so I have to show people this sometimes, and some people are stupid. And so they're like, is that some kind of Marine code you guys learn? I'm like, yeah, it's because it's totally uncrackable.
Yeah, no one could ever
figure it out. It's like doing a Little Orphan Annie decoder ring.
Now, are you like the lady who called in, whose name I apologetically forget, but where you do it whether you're even thinking about it or not? Like if someone...
It's not like an OCD thing. Sometimes I'll tell people, hey, I've got a useless skill that I can't get a job with. But
Okay, Eric, do McDonald's.
13, 3, 4, 15, 14, 1, 12, 4, 19.
Oh, my gosh.
I don't know if you're right, but I'm impressed either way.
You could... Yeah.
You can check it.
No, that will require me to make a graph of some sort.
No.
I do not wish to do that.
Boy, I wonder if he's always doing that with every word, or only when he or if he has to like shut it off, you know?
Yeah.
Try to shut it off.
He said he didn't.
He said he didn't. He said it wasn't like an OCD thing. He could just do it when he wanted to.
Yeah. You know what I've learned my special skill is?
What is your skill?
I asked him that very question.
Yeah,
I have this crazy ability.
I answered it how he did.
Okay, now I'm sitting here looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my special skill. I'm calling into the Free Beer and Hot Wings show.
Yeah. What is your skill, caller?
My skill is I have this crazy ability to actually be in the room with you. Mm-hmm. And you'll actually ask a question, and I don't hear it. And then 5 seconds later, I'll ask that same question. Did you know?
I may have said something to the effect of, so is this something you do all the time, like our other caller, or just when called upon? And he said, no, it's not OCD.
No.
See, I did it. I did it. My special skill. Can you believe it?
There it was.
I thought you were kidding when you brought it up.
Dude. No, are you kidding me? It's been a while. I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah,
I've done that at least 2 weeks.
A skill is something that you can do on purpose.
Okay, let's call it malfeasance.
Yours is...
Oh, I think you could do it on purpose. Just doesn't... It's involuntary.
Actually,
but usually when it happens more on accident, it's more of a handicap, I think.
I'm not going to lie. I'll just tell... Because I do it, but I was distracted this time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was looking in that little window right there again, and I was like sitting there going... Wait, who is that? And it doesn't matter who it is, but I'm always distracted when somebody sticks their face in there.
Nobody is more distracted by movement than you.
So, I mean, it's hard enough for me to actually stay focused when I'm in this room, but then when I see this little round face looking at me through the window, I wanted to punch it, first of all, but then it finally left, and then I was able to focus again on the show.
And we're sitting where we're sitting because of no real design at the beginning of things.
I always look at that.
And if we had designed it now, you'd be over here where Hot Wings is, and you'd be better off.
Remember the time when I was distracted and it actually pissed me off enough that I sent a company-wide memo that said, excuse me, if anyone has anything to say to the show do not stick your face in the window while we're on the air because I will get distracted. Please do not. But in hindsight, I'm glad you did because I was able to show my special skill.
That's right.
Look at the talent.
Bo in Flint writes this. Hey, guys, as far as barbet-type talents go, I've got a cool one. I've got exceptionally strong hands. And among other things, I can rip a standard deck of playing cards in half with my bare hands.
What? That sounds impossible
in
to me.
12 seconds.
That's not much to grip onto. I mean, I think that's
small and thick.
What? Is that the way you like it?
It's what I'm used to.
It was the way you said it.
Has anyone tried to tear anything of yours in half at a bar in Flint?
This is what happened. This is what happened because I said it, and then as I was saying it, I thought, hey, I can attach this to one of you guys' name and say, hey, Hot Wings, that's how you like it. But I couldn't decide who, and then I paused long enough that it came back on me.
Your special skill.
I actually looked back and forth, and I went, Hot Wings? No. Zane? Always him. Joe? He can't hear me.
Well, I'll take small.
Oh, it's me, yeah. Often slippery, too. Oh.
A guy being described as rather thick. That's complimentary. I'll take thickness over length any day.
Mm-hmm.
No, now it's on me. God, we're gay. They're so gay.
Let's get...
take small.
Let's get one more skill. Amanda in Nashville. Hi, Amanda.
Hi.
What is your skill?
I can fold my ears into my head and make them stay. And if you put a peanut or an M&M or my favorite a Skittle and I smile, I can flick them out.
Like catapults?
Wait, what?
Yeah, like a catapult. Like I can load small objects and make them flick behind me. And if you're clever enough, you can catch them.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so
what does that have to do with your ears? Or is it
I can fold my ears into my head and make them stay.
There's two skills, she's saying.
Yeah, right.
Not
I
really.
can fold them into my head and make them stay, and when I smile, they pop out. So if you put an M&M or a Skittle into the ear,
Okay.
you can launch it, catch it.
Okay.
So your ears...
Zane, demonstrate what you think she's saying to us.
I can't get it. I can't imagine how they would stay into your head.
I bet if he tried, he'd drown in the toilet.
See, I know there's no way I could do it because mine are way too rigid.
Right,
so
mine are not. They're
I
soft.
couldn't tuck mine in.
No, mine are soft.
No way,
and
but
just by chance, my son can evidently do it too.
Wow. No kidding. It's genetic. Well done. Thank you, Amanda.
Fold your ears in. All right. I'd like to see video of that.
I would like to see video of that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then she gets load.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said she puts a big load on her ear.
Yes.
I don't think that's exactly.
Then she would fling the load.
She said she would load an M&M or whatever,
yeah,
so she's got
put
that
a load on
there
and then
on her ear, and she would
fling it.
Joe, what was that?
If you're talented, you can catch the load.
That would be something.
Yeah, not exactly.
Well,
that's
I mean, if you could fling that, I mean, obviously, if it's in the air, somebody could catch it in their mouth.
So, like, her girlfriend would come over.
Or hands. Yeah,
they'd be hanging out.
Whatever.
And she would do that, and so she's sitting there with the ear.
Hey.
And then she's...
Hey, guys, look where my ear is. But, okay, give me a load.
Nope. Now it's different.
What? Load M&M.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah. Listeners' special skills, in most cases, completely useless here on the Best of the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. Coming up in the next segment, an interview that we did with Christina Applegate, in which it contains the interview contains not really a fail by Free Beer, just kind of a wheels falling off.
Check out the show on Facebook and Twitter. Do it at freebeerandhotwings.com.
We are back on the Free Beer and Hot Wings show. If you go to freebeerandhotwings.com and you click on the audio page up in the top left corner, you get to listen to a ton of audio on the website, including a bunch of old interviews and intern reviews, Dude Shadoway interviews, Joe stunts, specific show moments, including this segment right here where the guys were interviewing Christina Applegate, and Free Beer kind of had a wheels fall off moment.
Love and marriage, they go together like a horse and
one of the stars of Married with Children. Of course, this is the popular theme song of that very popular show for years. Christina Applegate joined us after the radio show yesterday to do an interview, and the interview was going fine, and then at some point the wheels fall off for one of the four of us.
Yes.
We'll let you listen for the spot where that happens. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to pick it out. Here it is, Christina Applegate. We said, hello, Christina, and she said,
good morning.
Welcome to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. How are you?
I'm good.
Excellent. Christina Applegate, of course, star of Samantha Who, Mondays at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock Central. And, of course, by the way, we could just get this out of the way at the beginning. You're the star of our favorite comedy of all time, and that would be Anchorman.
Thank you.
That is one of the best. And also in one other extremely underrated comedy, and that would be Mars Attacks. Two of my favorites. Two of my favorites.
If you blink, you miss me in that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty. You died pretty quickly.
What did she do?
She's the girlfriend of Jack Black as he's going off to war.
Of course you were. I remember now.
It was his first movie.
Yeah.
No kidding. Well, Samantha Who's been a big hit. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What is it like to know that you've got a good show? Because obviously I think when you're putting it together, you all know, but there's still no guarantees. What's it like seeing it take off like this?
It's been so thrilling, I have to say. I mean, we're so grateful every week that people keep tuning in and tune in not just because they're watching another show before ours, that they actually like our show. And I've never been on a show that's critically been accepted like this. So for me, it's been a huge thrill.
Yeah, because sure, like all the years on Married with Children, that wasn't exactly a critical favorite for people. People were pretty hard on it at the time, even though everybody loves it now.
Yeah, they didn't know if they could say anything good about it because that would just make them naughty. But then they'd go watch it in the dark, I'm sure.
Yeah. Did you ever look back at that show? Because obviously it was really pushing the envelope for when it was out. But now, if it came on, it would go under the radar as far as...
so tame.
Yeah.
It'd be on like after school.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes just recently. I was just kind of laying there, and I thought, I'm going to watch this. And it's so tame. It's like the Cosby Show compared to what's on TV right now.
It really is.
When you just said that, let's just check out this rerun of this show I was on. I wouldn't be able to handle that. I think my head would explode.
Yeah.
The idea of flipping through and just seeing you.
I know it.
I'm so far removed from it that I don't even see me anymore.
No, you watch it for your hairstyles, don't you?
I definitely take note of what not to do ever again.
Christina Applegate joins us, of course. Samantha Who, since it is a relatively new show, could you give someone a nutshell version of what's going on if they tune in next Monday or whatever, and they're getting caught
tonight when they watch it tonight?
Right.
At 9.
Exactly.
On ABC.
Exactly. Oh man,
when's it on?
It's a show about a girl who was not a great human being and was in a hit-and-run accident and woke up with retrograde amnesia, so she doesn't remember who she was or the people that were in her life, and she's come into this other person's world where this other person had made such a mess of her life and is now, basically the premise is she's trying to fix this other life and this other person and what they did, but really she's just finding out who she is, and that's what the show's about is who am I and how can I make my life different and what can I change about myself and it's just about finding yourself. And it's funny.
It is funny. Samantha Who, of course, like Christina said, ABC Monday nights, including tonight at 9 o'clock.
Has the writer's strike is it going to screw everything up for you guys or what?
If it goes on a lot longer, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We have about 6 more original shows that are going to air, but we're not working right now.
Well, it's funny because every person like you who is so dependent on them, who we've talked to since this all began, they've all been very supportive. We're trying to find the one, maybe that's you, who says, F those writers, get back to work.
I would never say that.
You would? Okay, well then I just want to make sure. So you are in full support of the writers.
I'm in full support of there being a resolution and that everybody gets what they want and that it's done.
Okay.
I mean, look, we don't have a show if we don't have a script, and so it does start there. And so in a way, of course, I'm going to support them because we're all the same business. I mean,
yeah. And
I'm an actor, but I'm also part of this group, and so is my crew. So we all just want this thing to be over.
Yeah, y'all want to continue on with your string
we
of
love
success.
Our show. I mean, it's hard to have a hit happen and then the reins get pulled back. It's tough.
I was going to ask you. There has to be a part of you that sits back and goes, "Oh yeah, this had to happen now."
No, of course. I mean, I literally threw my hands up in the air and went, "Of course."
Yeah, thanks for not striking last year. Great.
Of course, yeah. When I was out of work.
Exactly. How scary? I mean, you haven't had many dry spells, if any, over time. But obviously, coming off a hit show like Married with Children and then trying to find that next thing, it can be very tough. You could always be to every casting director Kelly Bundy or whatever. How scary is that with a job like acting?
You know, for me, I didn't even think about it when I left there, which was probably, my naivete was probably what has kept me around.
Yeah.
Because I never thought in those terms. I just always thought that I would always be doing this.
There's always going to be something else.
My eye was always like, looking forward and into, and always trying to find something that was different and original. I mean, one of the first parts that I played when I left Married with Children was the president in a movie called Mafia.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to find something very different and not what anyone would expect me to be doing.
That's for sure. Christina Applegate joins us. Samantha Who, of course, on ABC, Monday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central, including tonight. Christina, one of the great things about the variety that you've done is that as I was asking this question, I realized that I forgot the end of the question.
Oh, really?
You ever done that? I actually just, as I'm going, I go, I don't know what the point of this was. I apologize for that.
Tell us more about stuff you have no idea remembering.
What happened was, Christina, here's what happened. Before you were coming on, I thought to I said to somebody in the hallway, oh my God, I'm going to accidentally call her Christina Aguilera. And so then when I reset and said Christina Applegate joins us, I thought, hey, nicely done. You haven't said Christina Aguilera.
Oh, it's going good. This is look at it's trickle down from the writer's strike.
Yeah.
Is that what happens? It's affecting us all, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. It's infecting everything.
Oh, the wheels are off.
Who knew? Wow.
Well, thank God you didn't call me that because I'm not a big pop star and I'm not in my 20s.
Oh my gosh.
That would be the difference.
Well, that was great.
Quickly changing to something else. Did I read you've got a movie in production, or you've been working on with Ray and Wilson from The Office?
Yeah, we finished that right before I started with Sam, called The Rockers with Ray and Wilson and a cast of thousands, and I think it's coming out in April.
That sounds like a guaranteed winner right there.
It's quite funny, I think. I haven't seen the movie. I'm going to see it soon, but it was a lot of fun to do, and he's so awesome.
Yeah.
He got like sexy. There was a special on People about sexiest men, of course, or the most gorgeous men that they have every year, and he got like sexiest nerd. One of the sexiest nerds.
I suppose. Awesome. As long as you have that qualifier of nerd in there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. I mean,
Ray's kind of dark,
Yeah.
Right. I mean, in real life he looks pretty normal, but on the show he looks stupid. I don't know how he can possibly get nominated hottest dork.
Well, wait till you see what he looks like in The Rocker, and I don't know.
Yeah. We're looking forward to it. We'll have to check out the trailer and stuff for that. Christina Applegate, Samantha Who, Mondays on ABC. Thanks a bunch for joining us. Sorry for my awful question there at the end when the wheels fell off.
I don't even know if that was a question.
It wasn't.
I still don't understand what you were trying to say, but that's okay.
You actually saw my mental destruction.
You know what's funny about that is since that happened, we'll be able to lift that out from time to time, and that we'll be able to play that 1 billion times over and over again. And we will.
Yeah. Christina, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
We'll see you.
Bye.
Love and marriage, they go together like
I don't know if everybody caught where the wheels fell off.
It was probably pretty transparent.
That was the Christina Applegate interview with the very obvious free beer wheels falling off moment. As I said before we played that, you can listen to all of our old interviews at freebeerandhotwings.com. Coming up in the next segment, by request, it was a classic producer Joe stunt, the wheelchair a-hole.
Are stupid. They know it, and so do you. Now, back to the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show.
It is the Free Beer and Hot Wings Show. Steve at freebeerandhotwings.com. Best way to get in touch with me. I apologize. I don't have the email in front of me. Somebody emailed me wanting to hear Producer Joe's wheelchair a-hole. Email kind of got buried somewhere, though. But here it is.
Monster in a wheelchair. Monster in a wheelchair. Horror and surprise, run for your lives from the monster in a wheelchair.
Where does Joe find these songs?
I don't know, but I'm glad he does.
Joining us right now, one and only producer Joe. Hi, Joe. That's the weirdest song you found yet.
Isn't it?
It's pretty bizarre. Welcome, Joe.
Hey, thank you.
This is a stunt you've been looking forward to for a while. You're using a friend of the show, Andy's electric wheelchair.
Yes.
Are you in it now?
I am in it now.
How is the navigation ability of the chair, or how are you at moving it around?
I'm okay. I think it's pretty sweet, man. I might get one of these.
I'll bet you won't.
I'm just tooling around the parking lot.
Yeah, just cruising.
Yeah.
Doing your thing.
Doing some 360s and.
Is Green Day Gary with you?
What'd you say?
Is Green Day Gary with you?
Yeah, Green Day Gary's here.
Okay. He's going to tape for us.
He's taping.
Now, this stunt, it was inspired by a couple of people that, including Andy as one of them, and another listener who's also in a wheelchair who said, you should do one where Joe's in a wheelchair and he can do whatever he wants to people and get away with anything because he's in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe, you're going to test that out, but this morning as you got up, you discovered that this left you with an awful feeling in your stomach, and you weren't looking forward to it.
I'm kind of nervous.
Joe, when you go flying into the store, there's got to be like a greeter there or somebody. Make sure you announce, "Oh, look out, time to stare, guy in a wheelchair's here."
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Like you're in a bad mood. You woke up on the wrong side of the orthopedic bed, and you're announcing to the world, "Oh, time for everyone to stare. Wheelchair guy's here."
That and coincidentally announcing to the world that you have an attitude problem as you enter the.
Oh God!
And at some point,
store.
Joe, you got to get up to top speed and smash into a big display.
I don't know. If
Maybe
that's
like
a good idea.
a new movie out on DVD. Only one of the DVDs has been sold, and they go flying as you smash into the cutout.
A virtual guarantee that we're paying for something today.
Yeah. Maybe pick something that doesn't cost as much as DVDs.
Just so that they go flying
Maybe
everywhere.
some Super Balls.
They've got a lot of Easter candy display right now. Mm-hmm. You could mash some Cadberries
at some point. Anyway.
Ooh.
All right, Joe. Are you ready for this?
No.
Well,
I am totally unready for it, and I have to get this smile off my face. See, the problem is the wheelchair is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a ride.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to be angry right now.
You still have the novelty of it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you're getting 150 Joe bucks for this as well.
You are getting paid.
Which really sucks.
No, that's true. All right.
Let's get started.
One second.
Okay.
We got a couple of people going in before me. I'll follow them.
Remember now, don't move your legs and don't get thrown from the chair or anything.
You're operating the chair using your hand on the joystick, right?
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Chair.
Okay.
We got these.
Remember, you're pissed. You're pissed at everything.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're crusty.
Yeah. Perhaps you've got an itchy butt.
Time to stare. Guy in a wheelchair. Everyone look at me.
Dude, if I'm in that store, I'm already so awkward by him doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I bet you are.
Yeah.
I flew past them.
You did? Is it because you didn't want to have any interaction?
Yes.
Was there any commentary?
1-800-947-3979. Joe, are you going to find something, maybe just cruise to an area where there's another shopper in the aisle, and then pull up and start doing some long necking towards something on the top shelf, and drop some subtle hints, like some as subtle as this. Well, I wish I could stand up so I could get that off the top shelf. Wish there was a way that I could get that.
Or something like that, or... Boy, if I had use of my legs, I'd be willing to help the guy out in a wheelchair who clearly needs help.
Man, I wish if I had legs, I could reach that purse right there. I know if I had use to them, I would help a guy in a wheelchair. Yeah. The white one?
Hurry. Quicker.
Hurry, please. Thank you.
No, that's not the one I want. Put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry, that wasn't the one I was talking about.
And no more thank you and I'm sorry. Remember.
No more.
He started to say it out loud.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the other one next to it.
Quicker.
Yeah. Quicker, thank you.
You can't help
You
it.
can't say thank you anymore.
You can't help it.
Now look at the price and go, too expensive.
And then throw it on the floor.
And then just wheel off.
$14.99. What the hell is this?
Throw it. And then wheel off. Just drive away.
Throw it on the floor and say, pick it up.
Pick it up yourself. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
This is easy.
Okay, now just go somewhere else and do something similar.
Woman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next time, you got to, after you're leaving, say, pick it up and lose some weight while you're at it.
No.
No.
You're impatient.
Geez, I'm in a wheelchair and I'm in better shape than you.
Remember, this stunt is known as parentheses. Yeah, there you go. Parentheses, insult people.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, but she's just a poor shopper.
Yeah.
Well, so what?
Well, as opposed to the other people who are there and deserve it.
Oh, Joe, remember, no one deserves this.
Joe, if you get a situation where someone is blocking your way, say, "Oh yeah, that's right. Because I'm in a chair, I want to sit here forever."
See if you can get yourself wedged somewhere too.
Yeah, I want it to look like Austin Powers when he's trying to turn that cart around.
Like, don't stick to all the main aisles. You know, maybe circumnavigate your way through some clothing.
I just
trees.
I just ran into 2 racks and they went flying into the.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Get yourself covered in clothes,
Joe. And while you're at it, Andy has told Kurt Busch a line to say, and that is, Joe should.
What
happened?
did you do?
I just smashed into a couple of racks.
How much stuff is on the ground?
Lots. It wasn't even on purpose.
That didn't sound like it.
You can, and then you can say it's not my fault. I haven't been in one of these very long.
Joe smashed into more stuff. Wreak havoc.
We don't even need to tell him.
What are you doing?
He's destroying the store.
Are you out of control?
Are you okay?
Yeah, now I am.
Okay.
What happened?
The wheelchair went out of its drive mode, and then my speakerphone hit a rack, and I lost the Bluetooth for a minute.
And is there stuff? Is there like bottles of Prel everywhere?
Clothes racks. There's
Clothes.
SpongeBob SquarePants. One
Awesome.
all over the place.
F it. Just grab it off the rack and throw it.
No.
Keep it under, try to keep it under
Screw it,
control
dude.
a little
Go
bit.
crazy.
Yeah.
You can do anything. You're in a wheelchair.
You cannot do anything.
Yeah, that's right. Light a fire.
That's right.
Says Zane.
Joe, find some more people to interact with. Awkward interactions are what
Anyway.
are the key.
Yeah, Andy wants you to go up to a hot chick and say, "I wish my middle leg was as stiff as my other 2.
Oh my God.
Andy came up with that one.
Oh, no. No doubt has been used before. Yeah.
Hold on.
Andy, thank you for working sexual harassment in.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, you got to use that one, man.
I will. I had to recover for a minute. There's people looking at me.
The store's just, there's stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's idiots in the store.
When they were looking at you, that'd have been a good opportunity to sass and say, "Hey, you've got legs that work. Pick it up."
Oh, my gosh. That's awesome.
Remember, you're wheelchair a-hole. You're the person who respects no one.
No more thank you. It's time to get pissed at the world because your legs are busted.
You know, sarcasm's a good avenue here.
How you doing, sweetheart? Good. I wish my middle leg was as stiff as the other 2 right now. Looking at you. Stay classy, baby.
Stay classy.
She smiled.
That might have been the most devastating thing you've ever been forced to say as a result of this. That's right up there for me with "pull my hair" to the man who was giving you a massage.
Now go ahead and...
No reason for it.
No.
Went
All
up
right.
to her. I just rolled up to her.
Yeah, that's awesome. See,
All right, Joe.
she smiled because your legs are busted.
Yeah. Try to find a relatively empty aisle and go ahead and speed that up to about 7 and let Gary try to keep up for a while.
Okay.
See if you can wear Gary out.
Here we go. I'm coming up. Here's like the big aisle in that leads all the way down the store. I'll just drag down it.
Okay, good.
You can tell he's getting confident.
Of course he is.
And stick your arm out.
Thank you. Just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean I need help with everything. For Christ's sake.
Oh, my God.
Oh, goodness.
Joe, how did that feel?
Yeah.
It felt kind of good, actually.
Yeah, you're starting to like it.
Here's what we refer to as the turning point.
Yeah, he's confident now. Joe, go down the aisle and stick your arm out on the shelf and clear it off.
No, don't go too insane.
I believe you've done enough destruction.
All right.
It's good if it's accidental.
More of those interactions.
Hint.
Yep.
Hey, excuse me, sweetheart. Can you grab me that DVD off the top shelf? Barbie Rapunzel. Thanks so much.
Wait a minute.
No, not this one. I need...
throw it on the ground. Just throw it over your head.
And Otis.
Did you put it on the ground?
No.
Say, learn to read.
Learn to read. I said Milo and Otis.
Oh, F me.
Milo and Otis? No, the other one.
Say, quit screwing with a person who's in a wheelchair.
You're kind of cute. Have you ever been with a guy in a wheelchair? My junk doesn't work, but it's still fun. Know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
It's okay. All the movies suck anyways.
Just like you at your job.
Just like you at your job. Being a prostitute.
What the hell?
Get out of there.
What are you doing?
Joe, you need to say once you go quad, you never go back.
Oh, God.
Go to a prostitute.
I already ran away.
You what away?
I rolled away.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
Goodness gracious, Joe.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I keep coughing, but when I laugh, it gets worse. It's the cancer eating my lungs.
Oh, I feel so bad.
Ah, it's so great, though. Just let them have it.
What department are you in now, Joe?
Toys.
Toys?
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone there?
No, there's no one here. The woman I called a prostitute is a couple aisles down, and the guy I said I don't need any help because I'm in a wheelchair is a couple aisles down.
Okay, you need to start yelling help at some point. Hey!
Okay.
Help! But in a pissed tone.
Maybe
not like you're helpless.
Maybe in a different department.
Let me get to a different place.
You know, after you called her a whore, she might not be that into helping you.
You know. Mm-hmm.
Though maybe you're getting close to getting tipped out of there.
Yeah, that would be something.
If you can, while you're screaming for help,
Joe,
that maybe sometime announce, I need one of you minimum wage idiots to come help me.
Oh,
remember, you're an a-hole. That's the point of this.
No, I understand. I'm
All
just
right.
looking for someone I haven't already passed with.
Yeah, some stupid mark.
Joe, a lot of people are suggesting that that when you go to leave, you should buy something small, but wheel your cart in front of people who are already waiting in line.
Nice.
Just push my way.
And say, hey, if I could stand, I'd be happy to do it.
Mm-hmm. Say, get out of the way.
All right, hang on. I'm waiting for Gary to catch up.
Okay.
Left him in
Can
the
you
back.
imagine how awkward this has to be for Gary?
What?
Uh-oh.
No, I don't need help. What do I look like, a cripple or something? Jerk. All right.
Can you imagine how little that guy feels right now?
Oh, geez.
I feel bad for him.
He's just
trying to be nice.
I think it's awesome.
All right, Joe.
Okay. Here we go.
You know that Joe is being watched by store security right now.
Oh, yeah, of
Those
course.
overhead black orbs are
All right.
cameras
Yeah,
tracing
without
his every
question.
move.
Here's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'm going to ask him to grab something that I could clearly reach.
There you go. Someone is right next to you.
Okay.
Help! Can I get some help?
You're pissed, though.
Hey, can you grab me some of those M&Ms?
Yeah. Which one do you want? Peanut ones?
Yeah.
All those?
Peanut ones.
How many do you want?
Just these. Wait, no.
I said plain, dummy.
I said plain, stupid. Yeah.
And then go, no, I'm just effing with you. My arms work.
Milk chocolate?
What?
Plain milk chocolate?
No, not plain milk chocolate. The other kind of M&Ms they make.
Dummy.
Jeez. Yeah.
Call him a jerk.
Thanks, jerk. Ow.
What?
Ow.
Hear himself.
What's the matter, Joe?
I can't get out of here.
Are you stuck?
Are
like,
you lodged?
You don't have room to turn?
Jerk.
Joe?
Yeah.
Are you stuck?
Not anymore.
Are you
Call him a jerk
uncomfortable?
and then get stuck.
He goes, ow. Oh, my gosh.
Do you want to leave the store?
Very much so.
All right.
Are you going to buy anything?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, yeah, do the cut in the line trick, or if they're already in the line.
Wait, stop moving wherever you are.
Stop, pause.
We have to.
You got to listen, Joe.
You have to
stop
listen
rolling
to this idea. Sean in South Carolina. Hi, Sean. What do you want Joe to do?
Go to the sports department and pick out some floaties and see if they can get him the people there to blow it up and put them on him.
There you go.
I think they're going to get security.
Oh, that's okay.
More than likely.
At least that's what Gary said.
On the call screen, he had suggested that Joe go and ask for some help with soccer equipment.
Oh, yeah. Can you put these shoes on me? I like to sit on the sideline and pretend.
All right, maybe you should just leave.
Yeah,
Joe.
it's time to bail, man.
Probably.
We know when we've worn out our welcome, man. Get the hell out.
What's going on, Joe?
All right. I'm rolling past the woman that was angry that I was yelling.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I suddenly heard a lot of activity.
Hang on.
Okay. You getting stopped?
No. It's all good.
Okay, as you're leaving, say, all right, everybody can go about their day. The cripple's leaving. Smell you later.
Do you want me to buy anything?
I don't think you should.
No, get out of there.
No.
But really announce it.
Yeah, thanks.
What's it to you? What's it to you?
What's it to you, man?
I like M&M.
Yeah, well, go tell someone who cares.
Go tell someone who cares.
F off.
Jeez.
On your way out?
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. How am I going to have a good day? I can't even walk, man.
Oh.
Say quit bragging because you have legs.
Quit bragging because you have legs.
Poor guy.
Oh, God. These are devastating.
Oh,
I'm uncomfortable.
All right,
Joe, are you out in the parking lot?
Clearly I did because I'm buying it right now.
Oh, he is buying something. Oh, hold on.
I feel like we need to send all those people a Christmas card.
Oh, more than that.
Oh, my gosh. It's incredibly. I don't know how he does it.
I don't either. I could not be on Joe's end of this.
No.
I'm barely comfortable on my end of this.
Joe, if you're buying candy, say, too bad you can't eat these because it's been causing you to pack on the pounds.
Don't do that one.
Nothing.
Joe, did you pay with credit cards so they have your name?
Mm-hmm.
Of course he did.
Producer
Joe's no cash.
Producer Joe's never take cash challenge.
He needs to pay with a check card so that he can buy M&Ms.
What's going on, Joe?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's hard for him to interact because she's right in his face.
Yeah.
Maybe ask for them to be cheaper because of, you're in a wheelchair.
Accuse her of ripping you off because you're in a wheelchair.
I don't believe
Wait
he wants
a second.
Okay, here we go.
Are you trying to rip me off because I'm in a wheelchair? Are these $2? Seriously?
Open them up and dump them out.
No.
I'll open them and throw them throughout the store.
Still no.
Mm-hmm. It's up to you, Joe.
It said $2.79, and I paid $2 for these.
You actually got a discount.
I don't know.
Are you giving me special treatment because I'm in a wheelchair?
Are you giving me special treatment because I'm in a wheelchair? All right. I'm a nice guy, but some people might be offended by that. All right, I'm getting the hell out of here.
All right. Dude, you did.
Joe, that was devastating.
So nice.
Was that the most fun you ever had, Joe?
I am an evil person.
That was awesome, man.
You're going to have to go Catholic to go to confessional for that one. Joe, well done.
But you got away with everything.
You.
Wow.
That
was the biggest a-hole ever.
That seemed like a place that had the nicest individuals working at it ever.
Absolutely. Patient.
Andy, what do you think of all that?
It was your chair.
Yeah, it was funny. It sounds like kind of a normal day out for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how you are?
No, not that bad. No.
Oh my gosh. Obviously you could be though.
I could be.
Do you call that guy a jerk? Honestly, I mean, all jokes aside, do you think people are more patient with you if you are in a bad mood than what they would be with one of us?
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
I think they probably
Yeah.
are. I think they are. It sure seemed like if Joe went in there and acted like that if it was just Joe go in and be an a-hole challenge, I think he would have been thrown out of there.
By the way,
most definitely.
That was Andy's suggestion, which he dictated to Kurt Busch, who then typed out the line, I wish my middle leg was as stiff as my other two.
That was something. Andy, well done.
Thank you.
The infamous Producer Joe's Wheelchair A-Hole. A ton of Producer Joe stunts available for you to watch at freebeerandhotwings.com. Just go to the website, click on the videos, and then the Joe